right, welcome everyone. We're going to do things a little differently tonight. You guys already, the players here already know what we're doing, but basically we're going to be going back in time to in-game Octavir 23rd, which is a day that apparently I skipped in their rush to get ready for the dinner, and thusly they didn't get to do an event that they wanted to do. And I've been wanting to run up and prepared for a little bit. So now we're going to be able to go ahead and do that. And basically, this is going to happen as they've put the kids with Eastmark temporarily. They've woken up from dealing with the hunters. They watched the hunters go off into the wilderness or whatever. And they decided to go to the church to visit with Tereska and see what's going on with her. So, if we are ready for that, and I forgot to put the time I started, so 6:10. Probably right on the surface, it isn't going to cave in. Okay. Alright. So, you guys are in the village of Barovia here. What do you guys want to do when you guys go to visit the church?
Uh,
Um,
I guess I'm going to look at the trapdoor real quick just to make sure it's.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and pull you guys into the church proper then.
it's like, this is not. I don't think anybody else knows about this, but on the RP session on the Discord, like I did my stuff. So
Yes. Which we can either go over again, or we can just leave as what you did talking to Tereska on your own.
maybe
We'll say that you came in and talked to Tereska before everyone like woke up, or something.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Okay. So now you're coming with the group.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, Coll, you want to check on that trapdoor, so then I assume you just kind of walk on in.
Yeah, I guess I'll just walk on in and kind of glance at it.
Okay, so you walk in, you see the door. You see that the church is a lot in better condition. It's there's not debris everywhere. The doors are repaired. The glass, even from the outside, looks like it wasn't destroyed or shattered anymore. What is music playing anyway? Haunted. Let's not play that. Let's play this one.
We've done well for ourselves, if that's the case.
Yeah, so basically they've repaired a lot of the church, and the doors don't look like they've been scratched to death anymore, or anything like that. So you open this door here, and you look in, and the trapdoor is still there. It's still padlocked, but it's not like been strained against or pushed against, or there's not debris everywhere in the room.
Perfect.
And as you're walking in, you see that Tereska up here is talking to, or she's preaching to a small handful of villagers up there. And let me go ahead and pull up what she's saying here.
Kind of listening on the.
And then as you walk in, she smiles at you. She looks at the villagers and she's speaking. And one of the things that she starts speaking about as you walk in is, do you all know the eighth tenets of faith decreed by the Morning Lord? At first, no one seems to respond. She continues anyway. Then I shall teach them to you. First, watch each sunrise, for each day is a gift from our Morning Lord. A depressed looking villager looks up as she says this, and while not completely appeased, seems to be listening a little more intently. She continues again. His second tenet is to always aid. Strive always to aid, to foster new hope, new ideas, and new prosperity for all kind and its allies. For without aid to others, how can you expect to receive aid when you need it most? The depressed man who looked up before, he kind of nods and a slight smile appears on his face. Tereska continues a little more. The third tenet is to nurture life. It is a sacred duty to foster your new growth, nurture new growing things, and work for rebirth and renewal. When you take care of things, they begin to appreciate the life they have. So I nurture you, so you can in turn nurture your own flock. A second villager rouses and begins to nod along to the preaching Tereska is passing to the chapel. Fourth is to perfect yourself. Be fertile in mind and in body. For when you perfect yourself, you become strong enough and virile enough to overcome any obstacle that the devils may put in your path. Fifth is to bring hope. Wherever you go, plant seeds of hope, new ideas, and plans for a rosy future in the minds of all. I hope that by being here today, you are learning your hope that the mistaken, and she gestures towards Coll, and hopefully the rest of the people who are in the church as well.
I followed right behind. I just didn't get a chance to move
who have been so kind as to join us here today, are bringing the land of Barovia. Perhaps one day soon they will bring this hope to all the children of the Morning Lord. We will continue to learn the 8 tenets of faith as decreed by the Morning Lord, but I want you to think on the words I have told. The chapel becomes quiet again, and the assistant rings the bell, let's say 9 times, so it's 9 a.m. You guys can walk around, talk to the villagers, talk to the Tereska or her assistant, whatever you want to do here.
Which one's Tereska? Which one's the assistant?
Tereska
up there?
is this one. Her assistant is this one.
All right.
And she starts walking around and she starts talking with the villagers.
Oh yeah, in the RP section that I did,
Yes.
I don't think I found out. I don't think I found out what happened with her assistant, right?
Her other assistant, no. You the last you knew, they had just went off to check on a house.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to bring up any of that to the rest of the group, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that to the party.
Well, what do you tell them exactly?
Like, dang, I have to go back to it. Hold on.
Sexy, a little quiet to everybody else.
Yeah,
no,
I
you
am.
guys are both fairly okay and sound.
Give me a moment. Let me find it.
Wrong one. There you go.
Amir, are you just standing outside?
No.
Yeah, I'm like, Hey,
Where
guys.
I am. Okay, yeah.
like, So, Tereska asked me to help her find her assistant. His name is Stefan Deminsky, and he's kind of like a tall guy. He was last seen wearing a simple priest outfit similar to the one Saraz is wearing. Vulcan, you said last time he went to a house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he was last seen going to a house. Like, I kind of point to like the general direction that Tereska pointed at.
So
before.
she pointed to the northeast of town.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a big brick house out there with 4 floors and iron gate blocking the access to the house, and sitting up on the top of a hill at the very edge of the town.
Mm-hmm. Give me a moment. Yeah. If we get the chance, would any of you guys want to come with me? We'll try to look for this guy.
Amira will.
Okay.
Sure.
Cause I'm doing this as a favor to Tereska. Yeah, she did give me 2 vials of holy water. So whenever we're done here, we're gonna head over northeast, try to look for Stefan.
All right. So yes, that has been requested of you guys, or at least Billy's requested that from you, the group. I'm gonna turn on my fan here because it's getting a little warm in my room. Yeah, you guys see Tereska. She's still walking around. She's casually talking to these villagers. Kind of overhear conversations like, what they should do to like prepare their harvest, or like what houses need to be fixed, and then you kind of overhear one conversation of like, there's still my brother who's addicted to these pies, and like he can't get any more. He's kind of going crazy. And she's like,
Oh.
And you overhear Tereska. Go ahead.
That's too bad.
Okay, you hear her say, Tereska's like, well, I can help them, but I'm low on my ingredients to cast Greater Restoration, or to make a potion of vitality.
Yeah, I told Tereska. Yeah, I spoke with my companions, and they're going to assist me in looking for Stefan, and hopefully
You're still really quiet. I can't turn you up any
bring
louder.
bring him back. Hopefully in one piece.
Question? Yes?
Bramble go off on his own and look for some of the ingredients she needs? Just so that we have somewhere where he can be?
Is that something you asked Tereska?
No, this is something I'm asking you.
The answer out of game is yes. That is more than...
Okay.
I know exactly what the ingredients are, and I know exactly where to go, where they can be found. Well, not exactly, but I know what methods you would need to perform, what roles you would need to roll in order to find them.
Well, even if we just have Bramble go do that, he would also. So that's just so that, because he's technically with the party too right now.
Is he here with them right this second? I forgot.
He should be.
Okay.
But this way we can
Yeah,
just
he
get
was-
him out of the
he was
way
the
again for a
best.
little bit.
So there's Bramble there. Okay, yeah, if you want to do that.
Unless you think we need 2 healers, or unless the party thinks we need 2 healers.
That's up to the party. I've designed it
Okay.
for 4 or 5 members. It doesn't matter.
I would not be against it.
Would it be against having 2 healers, or?
Yeah, I would not be against having 2 healers.
The other people?
I mean, given that we're not supposed to know what we're about to walk into.
General.
I mean, I don't care.
I would say if
I-
Bramble would prefer
As
to go. get
Let
the-
me rephrase. Do you
Yes.
want me to play 2 healers, or do you only want one person? Me playing one person?
it doesn't matter to me. I can handle either for this. If it would suit you better to run one character and have Bramble go off and gather some materials if you can find them, then that's fine.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with.
I will say that in order to cast the potions of to make the potions of vitality, she needs Morning Dew, Cat's Tongue, and Olisuba leaves. And to cast the Greater Restoration spell, she needs per cast a I think it's 100 gold of diamond dust.
Well, like the plants and shit for potion making, Bramble, that's his whole
Yeah.
thing. So that's the thing
Just
he
have
could
him
easily.
Just have him go help. We'll be fine. With
Yeah.
one.
So each
Okay.
cast requires a
No.
diamond dust worth 100 gold.
So Bramble would just be going to look for the ingredients
Okay.
for the potion, because that's what Bramble knows how to do.
Then I'm going to whisper this to you, and you can go ahead and make these.
Get Bramble's up.
Hopefully, this sends all this to you and doesn't return this. You know what? Just to be on the safe side. Damn it! Of course it does.
Ah,
Mhm.
what's happened?
There. So I guess that's the what checks you would need to make as Bramble.
Okay. That's what the herbalism kit, which I have.
Yeah.
Hmm?
All right. So with Bramble searching for those ingredients, the cat's tongue, the morning dew, and the Olasuba leaf. Leaves needs multiple of those as well. You guys start heading off towards the house, which is known. They refer to it as the Durst House, up on the hill. Basically, it's a haunted. They're not really haunted, but like a solitary house that they kind of like stayed away from the
Spooky
city.
house.
It's kind of spooky. Like they don't go near it very often. Only when they need to go talk to the Durst, but they haven't seen the Durst in a few months, which is why they sent the priest up there. The priest, what was his name again? Stefan.
Stefan. Yep.
Alright, so you guys head on up towards the house itself, then I'll take you guys back out to the village here. And then move myself to the village so I can see what the heck's going on here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I meant to move myself there. There we go. Okay. So you guys head on up over towards that village then, or towards and the house is over here.
Over here.
So you guys head over that. Yep, that right over there. You guys head over in that direction there, with Bramble going off and making, looking for the ingredients.
Waffles.
And
Yeah. Off of me, you fucker.
as you guys get a little bit closer to the house, you guys notice the mist around the village starts getting a lot thicker.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not the mist.
Eat
Um,
the
this
mist.
I would honestly think this would be the Lord's house more than.
I mean, the Durst are a wealthy family, or at least they were known as a wealthy family to the villagers. They haven't seen them in months, so they don't know, like, if they're all right.
Yeah, they've kind of just been
Yeah.
MIA.
Right, it's just I was thinking because it's so off on its own compared to
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything else.
So yeah, the streets start choking with mist. Basically, it starts surrounding the city, and you guys notice that as you guys are walking this path, it basically surrounds this entire path, only letting you guys walk on this path, not letting you walk onto the grass or whatever. As you guys notice that the brick house has seen better days that you guys are coming up on. The windows are dark and grimy. The gate that's in front of the house trembles in the wind, squeaking softly on its hinges. And all the houses up around here, as you guys are getting closer, they were abandoned. It looked like their windows and doors were all boarded up and left for greener pastures.
Mhm.
As you guys approach the house here, token layer, there we go. Yeah, there you go. You guys can see two children sitting out front of the house.
Who they?
Let me give you guys a flavor text
Like
here.
creepy children or children?
Like an older girl and a younger boy. You hear soft whimpering from them, mostly from the little boy. And after shushing the girl, the boy, the girl turns to you and says, "There is a monster in our house." She points to the tall brick row house that has seen better days. Its windows are dark, gated portico on the ground floor, rusty gate is slightly ajar. Houses on either side are banded up. You see, yeah, been through that already.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, you do?
What kind of monster?
We don't know what it looks like, but we hear its howls every night.
What kind of howling?
It howls. I don't know. It makes loud noises.
Like wolf howls or
No, not wolves.
Okay.
We hear those too, but those are from outside, not from the basement.
Basement? What's in the
Yes. Our parents they keep the monster trapped in our basement.
What kind of monster? What does it look like?
They said they don't know.
They didn't know what it looked like?
We don't know what
Yeah,
it
we
looks
don't
like. No, we only hear it constantly coming from below in the basement.
Okay.
You must also save our baby brother Walter. He is in he points up to the third floor in the nursery.
You get out of the basement?
The baby is in the third floor. Walter.
No. Did the monster get out of the basement?
We don't. Maybe we don't know. Our parents normally keep it trapped in there. We haven't seen our parents in a long time. Maybe a couple days. Maybe.
You left your sibling upstairs?
That's what it sounds
Well,
like.
we were told not to go into the room. The nurse, the maid, she takes care of him.
Have you seen the maid recently?
Not for maybe a couple hours.
Have you seen a priest around here recently?
Not. No, they have seen no priest.
You haven't seen Stefan Dominski?
Who is Stefan? I don't. We don't leave the house
Yeah.
very often.
Yeah, I don't think they would know who the priest is.
As you guys are talking to them, you guys see the mist start closing in, and they start creeping up on the path up here, getting closer
So
to you
it's like
guys
from behind us.
from behind you. Yeah.
Oh, out of curiosity, would Amira actually have, like, experience with this particular kind of mist?
She knows that this mist kind of like pushes her in certain directions a lot of times, but usually just keeps her from like going off into like dangerous areas.
Mhm.
It's the typical mist that you get that the rest of the party's experienced before,
Oh.
and that she's heard about in stories from the adventurers that have come into town.
Well,
So what
there's
happens
no
when we
turning
stand
back
here and let
now.
it overtake us? You guys want to bet on that?
I don't think I want to bet on that.
You guys don't remember what happens with that when you guys stay in the mists?
Exhaustion.
Yeah, exhaustion, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that kinda
guys
does.
have to make a lot of saving throws every time every turn you're in the fog.
Yeah.
Well, I think we only ever sent Huckleberry and Helia into the fog.
The only time, yeah, I remember going into the fog, we came out the other side. Like, what the hell just happened? Like, we went through a damn teleporter.
Yeah. Helia described it as she got it turned her around. Like she walked for 30 seconds. The next thing she knows, she was coming out the other side. Didn't necessarily teleport her, but like she walked 30 seconds, a minute, and next thing that she knows, she's coming up on the road, and she just got tired because she was walking so long in the fog, in the mist,
Well,
and she couldn't see hardly at all out there, even though she can see in the dark.
and how close to us is it at this point?
Right now it's about 10 feet behind you guys.
Oh, maybe we ought
Wow.
to start moving.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, all right. Yeah, yeah. Let's go in.
So you guys
We're
start
doing
going
this.
towards the house there then?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is this one? Alright, so you guys walk up towards the house, and a rusted iron gate rattles from the mist that strangles the street. The wind moans like a neglected child as you guys get closer to the house, and I'll go ahead and move you guys towards the house here. Actually, just a second, I want to get you
And
guys' tokens.
As a native of Abrovia, I can recognize this as the actual house we're supposed to be going into.
Yeah, this house has been here for a while,
Okay.
as far as you can remember.
Can I just specify that was a weird way to describe the way the wind sounds?
Moaning of children?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
A little creepy.
There it is, Durst House. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get you guys on here without screwing up the map. Okay, good. So the entrance is only about maybe a 5-foot wide like portico, and the map's going to look a little weird as far as like orientation, because I had to re-pull it back in from this. And then, do I have music playing for this? I do. Okay, good. So here you guys are. And then let me go ahead and continue where I was describing at here. All you find within the portico as you guys walk in is swollen silence. And so there's a gate there you guys can open up and walk in to the portico, if you will.
I don't see shit. I just see my avatar.
You don't
Oh,
see
that's
your
okay.
token does not have vision.
Okay, hold on.
I mean,
if
all you
from
need to
here,
see
right?
is basically like, yeah. Once you guys get into this house, there's not a whole lot you guys can see. Like this, you should only be able to see maybe a little bit of this area right here.
Yeah, because like
I had to
at
pull
the
in my
edge-
hooded lantern to get some light.
Oh, that's
in
right.
this
Yes, your guys' lighting. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because right on the edge of this map over here, I can't see shit. If I move it one block, I can kind of see something.
Yeah. You should only be able to see a little bit, like maybe 2 squares wide and like all the way up to the
Yeah.
I'm just moving it just this.
Yeah. Once you guys are inside this line here, yeah, that's should all you guys should be able to see. Okay. So, ignoring a shiver, you escape the clinging mists and cross the storm portico into the house. So, open this door here. Move this off to the side there.
Guess I'll step in.
Yep. A chill hangs in the air. Oaken doors stand before you, silent and brooding. You find yourself in an immaculate foyer, decorated with portraits and heraldries. A family of stony-faced aristocrats watch you with disinterest. The plaque on their frame reads "The Dursts" in dull gold lettering. On the southern wall, you find a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms, a golden windmill on a red field. Mahogany frame doors lead deeper into the manor.
These guys really have some money. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty rich. Are pretty rich.
Amira, you've never actually seen the Dursts. Seeing those children is the first time you've ever seen anyone
But
from this.
I've heard rumors about
Correct.
them.
Yes.
So I would take it
yeah.
granted that they got some money.
Yeah, that's why they're on the house all on their own up here.
From what I understand, they were snobby people.
Yeah.
At least that's what we assume, because, no one ever saw them.
Okay. So you guys are in this little hall here, the entrance hall here. You guys have the shield on the south wall up here. Which, by the way, north is this direction over here. Can you guys see that ping?
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
south
can
is
see
this way.
Yeah, south is the way you guys came from. Oh no, sorry. I'm sorry. North is this way. North is north on the map. South is south on
Because
the
there's,
map. Yeah.
because the shield's right underneath a mirror here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you guys continue into the house?
I'd like to open this door.
Okay, so you open that door. It's almost breathtaking. In the gloom beyond the foyer, the main hall glitters. Its wood-paneled walls are ornately carved with idyllic scenes of frolicking nymphs and satyrs. At one end of the hall, a sweeping red marble staircase climbs to unknown heights. At the other is a black marble fireplace, cold and unlit. Mounted above the mantel shelf is a longsword, a windmill cameo worked into its hilt. Music floats down the stairs, a harpsichord. It's all right. It starts and stops. Sections are oft repeated, this time with gusto. Whomever is playing the instrument clearly is a novice. And there's a closet here, and there's doors. You guys should be able to see, yeah, the doors. Okay. At least Coll can. You guys can't see the doors because you're not into the hall yet. But
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, I will come in here and move off to the side so other people can. I'm gonna come over to right here.
there you
Okay.
go. That'll work. Yeah.
I-
Now you've got
I'm
a lot
gonna-
better vision.
I just
gonna
go into the
pull
middle of the
Talon out.
fucking room right off the bat. Like, sup, guys?
Yeah, I'm pulling Talon out at this point.
All right. So you've got your gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your
I
magical
guess I
gun.
should
at
draw
that.
my sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw my long sword, but I'm shit with it. So.
I was apparently muted.
Oh, were you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you said anything, we couldn't hear you.
I wasn't really saying anything, just
Okay.
looking into the room.
Looking into what?
Looking into the room.
Okay. Yeah. You guys have walked in. At least
Oh.
Coll and Amira have walked into the room.
Do we want to clear this floor first and then work our way up, or do we just want to go straight for the baby?
Are the
Straight to
kids
baby.
still waiting outside?
Yes.
Straight to the baby.
Straight to the baby. Get the fuck out of here.
Guess that means we're going up the stairs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Astra, you want to take the lead?
So that'll lead you guys to the second floor. Okay. Give me a
Sure.
second to get to where I'm at here. So.
I just remembered that I have margaritas in my mini fridge.
All right. So you guys start climbing up the stairs there. A cold draft sweeps down the marble staircase. Everyone get on the stairs so I can move you guys to the next area here. Delivers you to a darkened hall.
Like that?
Oh
On the
no, like
stairs?
actually on the stairs.
On the stairs.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm not actually in front of Astra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
That way I can just copy you guys and paste you guys onto the map.
Okay.
Or just rather just move you guys into the right spot here. And then... So actually, who's first up the stairs? I'll just do it that way.
Astra.
Astra's first up the stairs? Okay. So I'll move you there. And then Coll,
Followed by me,
you're
then
next.
Billy.
Oops. I forget that you guys are not connected. There we go. Can you see just fine there?
Yep.
Okay. And then Billy, you're next.
No, I'm last.
You're last. Okay, so Amira, you're next. All right, Billy, you are now on the map up there. Okay. So yes, cold draft sweeps down the marble staircase as it delivers you to a darkened hall. You guys all have your torches and stuff out, right?
Yeah.
So
Wait,
there's-
do I
I
even
can just-
need a torch?
No, you and
I don't.
Astra don't need a torch. What'd you say, Astra?
No, it's just that I didn't need a torch.
Okay. Above the mantelpiece, so there's another fireplace over here. Hangs another portrait of the Durst family. Rose and Thorn smile down on you. Their mother, her face darkened with a hint of scorn, cradles a swaddled baby. Two mahogany doors are intricately carved with dancing youths. Suits of armor flank these doors. Clutching spears, their gazes empty beneath wolf-shaped visors. A third, thin door stands to the right of the stairs, which continue climbing upward.
Just saying.
And these suits of armor, can I look at them? Is there anything odd about them?
Let me see if I have anything here. Yeah, they've got a spear, and their hot helms are shaped like a wolf. They seem to be made of like an iron or like a brass or something like that. Not a very strong metal. But they definitely seem to be like plate armor for sure.
More decorative than.
Yeah.
Right, and the music sound was coming from up here, right?
It's coming from above. Continues coming from above.
Further
you.
above.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is the second floor. This is where we were told the child should be.
They said the third.
Third floor.
Oh, the third floor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well then I'm gonna keep going up.
Okay.
Oh, and I have a bad feeling about this. Is pure Barovian paranoia. Not.
All right. So you
I know
continue up the
something.
stairs. Move the map a little bit. There you go. Okay. Let me get to my next thingy. As you start to climb the stairs, so Coll, you're next.
Yep.
Okay. And then Amira's next. I can't grab Amira apparently. There we go. And then Billy, you're next. Okay. It starts slow at first, but soon a baby begins its wailing. After a few moments, you hear feet on the floor above, a door creaking open. A marble staircase delivers you to its full height, the third floor. The air is choked with dust. The walls, carved with autumn woodland scenes, are mounted by unlit oil lamps. An infant's cries cut the silence into tattered chunks while a cobwebbed suit of armor stands in vigilance, facing the balcony railing, facing you.
Okay. Does anybody else find it odd that the floor the baby's on is covered in dust?
Yep. Definitely find that odd.
And does the baby sound like it's coming from one of these doors or further down this way?
It sounds like it is coming from this door over here.
Well, I guess we should maybe try the door.
Yeah.
All right, Coll, so you walk there.
I walked right here.
Metal scrapes against wood. A fist suddenly seizes you by the hair and slams its offhand into your jaw. You look about the room and see no other person, only a shifting suit of armor. It draws back its scaled fist for another blow.
Oh,
So Coll just got punched.
Coll just got punched.
What the hell? Why did I get punched?
So everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
No.
Yay.
Check for traps.
I don't know that a suit of armor counts as
Oh fuck.
traps.
You know
Oh,
what?
ignore that.
You
That's
never
alright.
know.
Thing.
You got the right. You got the right thing. We'll just. Yeah.
No, I had the torch on, so now.
Okay. Also, I've got multiple people in this.
I didn't do the fucking thing. I just clicked initiative on my sheet.
Okay. So I need to come over here and see what we rolled. Okay. So Astra 5 is the correct one. So Astra 23 delete. Esmeralda
Yeah,
delete.
the torch.
Coll 13 is correct, so Coll 4 get rid of. We'll go with Billy 16. So Billy 6 we'll get rid of, and then we'll go ahead and right click on Mira and add turn, and she rolled a 22. Okay. Now I can go ahead and open up the thing you're fighting. And maybe, why is it running so slow? Okay, there we go. His initiative.
Because the suit of armor doesn't like being out.
Apparently it rolled a very shit initiative, so. Okay. So, we'll go ahead and start with Amira, since you just saw Coll get punched in the face. It didn't actually do any damage to you, Coll. It just, kind of like a jarring shock thing happened.
But it's got a hold of me.
No, it doesn't actually have a hold of you. It just kind of like pulled you and punched you and then let go. So.
Huh.
We'll go ahead and start with Amira. What do you want to do?
Not do anything? One moment. What's it made of?
It looks like a suit of armor. You can't tell what it's made out of metal-wise.
I don't really care what it's metal.
It's a metal, yeah.
So would heat metal damage it?
You can
Or would
try.
it just give it fire damage?
You can try to.
Everything else in it.
Wait. But the metal's holding me.
Oh, I thought the metal wasn't holding you anymore.
It never actually
Oh.
actually grappled you because I didn't roll a grapple check or anything like that. It was kind of a flavor thing.
Gotcha, okay.
Like I want to, but I'm scared to as well. I can't get up here all the way, can I? Because I think everyone else is.
You can stay here because right now you're just in like. I put you on the map somewhere, so you're technically where you're at currently. Yeah, now you're on the steps if you go there, but that's about as far up as you can get there without having to push Astra to the side.
I am just going to hold my.
Your action.
Yeah, so that if I can hit it, I'll try to hit it with my sword.
Okay, so you want to. As soon as you're within range of it, you're gonna swing your longsword at it.
Yeah. The only other thing I have would damage everybody else around me.
Okay. So holding your action for melee swing. Billy.
Yep.
Alrighty. I'm gonna take aim at this guy and
Okay, so
hit him with
are
talent.
you standing there or are you standing here on the stairs or a little bit closer to
No,
the
I'm
mirror?
standing here.
So you're okay. So move your token a little bit. You can kind of see that the railing, like this is the top of the steps right here.
Uh huh.
So you'd have to walk past Amira and Astra to get
Oh.
to the top of the steps.
Oh. Okay.
See how kind of
Okay.
the staircase curls?
Mhm. Yeah.
so-
yeah. So,
so-
can I like from here? Can I shoot it?
You'd
Shoot
have to
this
aim
or-
through Coll to hit it, but yes, you could.
Fuck. Okay. Hold on. Hey, alright, I'm fine. I'll move through Amira and Astra. So like, see if I can get some vantage point. Ah, God damn it. Hold on. So Amir is still like at the top of the steps, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Astra's actually at the landing. So is Coll.
God damn it.
So yeah, standing there, you should be able to still see everything. But yeah, you'd have to either. You could probably pull off a shot. I would say it has probably half cover between Astra and Coll.
I mean, I have sharpshooters. I get to ignore cover anyway.
Okay, so there you go.
Wait, do I? Do I actually?
If that's a thing that sharpshooter gets, then yeah, I just don't remember if it does or not.
Oh yeah, yeah. My ranged weapon
ignores
ignores
half and
cover
3/4 of
and
cover, I think.
3/4.
Not
Uh-huh.
full.
You just
Yeah,
don't ignore
so-
full. Obviously, full cover would not be ignored because that's
Yeah,
unhittable.
yeah. Oh yeah, obviously. So I do ignore cover at this point.
Okay.
Okay, I will take a shot at it.
All right. And you're using your magical weapon, correct?
I am using a magical weapon.
Ooh, nice crit. So
Oh, that
that'll hit,
Mhm.
and that is
16 damage.
16 total damage. Okay.
Yep.
You hear like the bullet bounce off of its armor, of course. You see a dent where you hit it though,
Yeah.
but it doesn't seem to barely like you did as much damage as you expected it to do, but it doesn't look like it's even close to being down. Like the armor
Okay.
is not even close to being compromised or falling apart or anything.
Yeah, so you just left a big ass dent.
Nah, not even that big.
No,
It's like
it left a dent.
yeah, it left a dent though. Yeah, it left a very visible dent. It's just not a very big dent.
Okay.
This
Well-
is what. Do I want to show you the picture of what the armor looks like, or do I want to? Because that would, yeah, that's gonna spoil things if I do that. Here, I'll just post a picture of it.
A dumb question. Does this armor look like the armor from downstairs?
It looks a little more extravagant.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, I'll have to post it in the Discord because I can't post it in Roll20. Well, I could, but it's taking too long. It'd be a lot faster if I do it in Discord.
Gotcha.
This is what I want. That's not what I want. Okay. Maybe I can do this. Why is it doing that? I don't want that.
What?
Alright, give me just a second, guys. I'm sorry. This is taking me a lot more effort than I thought.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, yeah, I can show you that. This is what it looks like. This is...
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, we figure it was animated.
Oh shit! What about that?
Yeah. Okay, so that's what it looks like there.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that. I just wanted to read it.
Okay. So yes, you've done your first attack. Do you have a second attack, Billy?
I do, but I'm gonna spend it reloading since I can only fire off one
You're
shot.
quiet.
at
Say
a
that
time
again?
with I said I'm gonna reload because I can only fire off one shot at a time.
Oh, for Talon? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spend your next turn, your next
Yep.
action, or your next attack action, reloading.
Yeah, to reload. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it.
Then, if your turn's over, we're gonna go to Coll.
Yep.
Okay, Coll.
Well, I'm gonna those things. Try to move to right here.
Okay, so yeah, you can move off to the side there. It's still you're still within its attack range.
And then I'm going to, I guess I'll attack it with the rapier since I have that out.
All right, go ahead and roll that. That will actually kind of bounce off of the armor as you kind of stab at it, and it doesn't. It basically is deflected. You don't get a full shot on it.
Right. Well, I guess that's me.
Okay, if that's it for you, Astra, you're up next.
I am going to move forward to provide room for my allies, and I'm going to make 2 glaive attacks, trying to just like stab between its joints.
Both of those will actually hit. Nice crit, by the way. And let's see here. Yeah, you kind of get inside the joints, kind of like pull apart maybe some of the like the mesh holding the suit together, but it seems to not tear as well as you would hoped it would. So that's a total of 22. But it looks like you got a good chunk of it kind of ripped apart a little bit there.
Right, that will end my turn.
Okay.
Makes me wish when I had Dispel Magic.
For its turn, it kind of reaches behind it and kind of pulls out this big ass greatsword from behind its back. And it's going to go ahead and swing once at Astra, since you just kind of ripped apart a little bit of its armor. That is a 23 to hit. Which I believe does hit, yes. And you take 10 slashing. And as it kind of slashes through, kind of against your armor, it kind of like sends out a lightning bolt from it. And it like shocks you a little bit. Not a very strong shock, but still shocks you a little bit. And you take 2 additional lightning damage from it. And then it turns and it swings that same sword against Coll. Coll, you seem to duck underneath it as it kind of swings at you. And it misses with an 8. And that'll be it for its turn. We'll go back to Amira. Amira, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
No, I'm like trying to think of what I can do because I am pretty fucking useless against this thing. That's a terrible idea.
Terrible ideas are sometimes the best ideas. In actuality.
No, this is like literally the worst idea. Because I looked at Fairy Fire and that's a bad idea.
Well, Fairy Fire, doesn't that just make it glow?
It makes...
And makes it, like, have...
No, it's a 20-foot cube. Everybody needs to make a dex save.
Yeah, that'd be it against everyone.
Or everybody's... Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Ooh, that's rough.
Tasha's hideous laughter doesn't do fucking jack shit. I could do Hex, but I don't think that actually does me any good either. Shatter's also a bad idea. I am very leery of heat metal. Silence will do nothing.
What does silence do?
Silences things.
I won't be able... No one else can cast a spell now, including myself, because the area would be silent.
Well, if they have a verbal component.
Correct.
If they have a verbal. Precipitations can't work. Thunderclap will
Do you not have any You don't have any point target cantrips?
No.
I thought Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Yeah, isn't that...
Does that work on?
You can
Construct?
try. You don't know. You don't know what this thing's resistant to or it's immune to.
Right. It's also true. We gonna learn.
Yeah,
Do
But
we
would
wanna
it be
fuck around and find
safe
out?
for her to assume that if it affects, like living things, and there's nothing in this as far as she can tell, it's
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check or a... Yeah, just give me an Arcana check, I guess. Let me read Tasha's Hideous Laughter, because I actually don't even know what that does off the top of my head.
I can put it in the thing for you.
I can see it. I found it.
Okay.
Creature of your choice. Okay. You know what? I'm just for shits and giggles. I'm gonna say that she thinks that even though it's like an animated suit of armor, she might be able to still like affect it with this Tasha's Hideous Laughter with a 13.
You're a fucking asshole.
All right, so it has to make a
It's
wisdom.
gonna end up being the you're an asshole thing, because now I'm gonna waste a spell slot on this shit.
It's got to make a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Assuming that affects it.
So on a success, fall prone. Okay, so yes, intelligence score it does have a lower intelligence score, but not 4. And then it rolled an 18 against your 15, so it does succeed. So it just kind of like the helmet like looks at you a little bit, as if it knows you did it, but it doesn't seem to have actually affected it. It could have affected it, but it didn't affect it. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay.
Billy, you can stand in front of me now.
I am.
No, you're behind me.
Yeah, no, I'm staying here. I like.
He's got his angle. Yeah.
I'm the healer.
Get behind me then.
Billy.
No, we're good for now.
Okay. All right.
We'll go to you.
Okay. We're going to do this Talon again, but I'm gonna put sharpshooter on.
So you're turning sharpshooter on,
Yeah.
or whatever. What does that do again?
More damage.
More damage.
Ah, fuck.
With
And
an
I just
11,
completely whiffed.
yeah, you basically somehow managed to aim right in between gaps in the armor, and it goes right through another gap in the armor on the backside of it.
Fuck. Okay. Well, shit. All right, I'm reloading. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, so Billy, you're over. Coll, you're up.
Yeah.
What?
It's your turn.
I did. God damn it.
Say that again.
focused
Did
a
something
little
and then
too
hit the
hard.
wrong button. That's what's going on here right now for my turn.
Oh, so you backed out the game on accident.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tried to get into my sheet and it's like, oh, do you want to edit it? No, I don't want to edit it. Thank you very much. I want to get back to my damn character sheet and roll an attack because that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Okay, so 22, that will actually hit, and you kind of get inside of the gap of the armor, kind of tear apart more of the mesh holding it together.
I forgot to roll sneak attack.
So sneak attack, yes. Just go ahead and roll whatever the d6s would have been. So another 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you tear apart a little bit of the mesh holding it apart, holding it together, and you kind of see like one of his arms start to sag down a little bit, but it's still like together. Like it's not completely apart yet.
Gotcha. That's my turn.
Okay, Astra, back to you.
All right. I think I'm just gonna do the same. Make a couple of attacks.
The first one hits, the second one misses. So with that 23, yeah, you get another gap in the armor. Basically, you kind of rip off one of it, like its shoulder plates, one of its pauldrons. The arms are still attached, but the pauldron kind of falls off. As it's now, what would my status be on this thing? Monster status table. There it is. So players, whatever you guys can see this at home too. I would put this at the cracked stage at this point. It was dented before that attack. Now it's in the cracked stage.
All right, and then I will end my turn.
This off the side. Okay. And then
It is now cracked.
its turn. It looks at Astra. What kind of armor are you wearing?
Breastplate.
So it kind of takes a step back. So you can take a attack of opportunity if you'd like.
Wait.
It's still within range.
Oh
Just, is it when it leaves my range?
yeah. Yes. So technically,
It's
I guess
when
I forgot your glaive is 10-foot range. So no, it has not left
Yeah.
your range yet. Okay. So it takes a step back and it's still within your range, and it points it's like it's holding its greatsword in one hand, and with the other hand it points at you, and a bolt of lightning erupts from its fingers. And with advantage because you are wearing metal armor.
Counterspell.
Counterspell. It's not a spell.
Oh. What?
It's a action. It's an attack action.
Oh. Okay.
22 to hit and 13 lightning damage.
Fucking hell.
And that is all of its turn. Oh no, it gets to use that twice? Oh shit.
Oh, boy.
No.
Now, what animated armor is this? Holy crap.
This is a buffed up animated armor for sure.
Well, I
Yeah.
kind of got that, but
Did you do the same thing you did to that freaking great sword that was the size of a giant?
No, this is actually a whole other stat block that I'm using. That
Okay.
is in this campaign.
Gotcha.
With a 20, yeah. You take another another 11 lightning damage, and that'll be its turn.
can it just like miss once?
With a 22, a 19, and a 20 for its advantage rolls, I don't think so. Amira, you're up.
I am definitely heavily wounded.
You are in the staggered, or well, I guess we could. If you guys want to switch around the bloodied and the staggered, you're the bloodied.
Okay. I'm gonna move right here. And let's see. Like, how bad are you?
If you look at the monster status table, she's in the near death point. So staggered on this table, or if you want to switch those and bloodied around, then you can do that, and she's bloodied.
Okay, so I'm gonna do.
So 16 healing, because 8 plus 8. So you reach out your hands, and the kind of a
Heal.
sickly green.
It does
aura
not have to be
comes out.
sickly.
It-
Maybe, actually, wait, my magic's orange, dude.
Yes, but in Barovia, it's
No, I'm from Brovia.
the cosmetics of the spell change because of what's the word I'm looking for? The features of Barovia the magic. Where is it? Lands.
Whatever, it's fine.
Alterations of magic. I guess it doesn't say that Cure Wounds is part of that. Never mind. So ignore that. Only other spells are affected, not that one.
Isn't
Okay.
that most?
So yes, you reach out your hand and an orange aura heals up. You got 16 from that, right, Astra?
Oh, 8 plus 8. No, I only did the first 8. Okay. Well,
So then,
that makes me feel better.
all right, and that's your action, correct, Amira?
Yes.
Billy, back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna move up 1, and I'm gonna try to hit this thing with Talon again.
All right. And at 8, unfortunately, yeah, you kind of like barely graze its pauldron that kind of came off, and you basically you hit the pauldron, but that pauldron's on the floor. It's not part of the armor anymore.
Well, I'm gonna reload and pass.
All right, Coll, back to you.
Shit. Of course, there's no one next to it for speech check.
You're quiet.
Sorry, I was talking next to my mic, not into it.
You guys hearing my fan in the background?
Oh.
Okay, good.
No, not at all. I guess I'm just gonna attack again.
It kind of like parries your rapier as you kind of stab at it, and kind of just pushes it off to the side.
Well, I guess it's better than hitting the pauldron on the floor. That's my turn.
All right, Astra, back to you.
Fucking, I'm just gonna go up and I'm gonna stab this motherfucker twice again, because I am pissed.
The first attack, you miss. You can say, if you want to say your anger kind of makes you miss it, but your second one definitely gets a good stab at it, and you drop its left arm that it kind of shocked you with a lightning bolt, and that falls to the ground.
Fucking good.
So it is now mostly armless. It will then take its great sword with it in one hand and swing it down on you. 17 to hit, which does hit. So you take another 10 slashing and 2 lightning. As the great sword seems to erupt with electricity again, and then it'll swing it towards Coll with a 22 to hit this time. Coll, that. I can't see your armor. Oh, that's because you're
My armor class is 20.
20. Okay, so 22 will hit. So you take 7 slashing and 2 lightning as the electricity kind of like seeps through the great sword.
All right.
And that will be it for its turn. Amira.
One moment. Where to go? There it is. Sorry, I was looking at the different things that are affected.
I'm gonna take 1 second. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
So, what does everybody look like right now?
I think Astra's the most damaged out of all of us.
Would you say, Asher, you're in the middle stage or still towards the third stage? Middle
Middle.
stage? Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do a first level. And then I will also inspire Astra.
Alright, so that gives
Fire.
her a plus D10? Or the.
At this point, yeah.
I think it's a D10.
Yeah.
1 moment. Yeah, you can inspire. Use it to do so. You use a bonus action to try to choose one of them. This is the thing.
D8.
D8. Okay.
D8.
Okay. That's it for Amira?
Yeah.
Alright, so that will go to Billy, you're next.
All right, let's try this again. You're gonna take a deep breath, and you're gonna focus and try to hit with Talon again.
A 14 unfortunately misses as well. You kind of bounce off of his helmet, but you don't seem to leave a dent this time.
All right, reload, pass.
Back to Coll.
Yeah. We're gonna try this again.
A 23 will hit. And yes, sneak attack, you got that in there that time. So that is a total of 16. You kind of drop the helmet off of it this time. Kind of get a good stab at the helmet, but as you can see, that doesn't seem to really like affect its ability to fight still. But it is basically missing more pieces of its armor with that.
Yeah.
And then we'll go ahead and go back to Astra.
Okay, I think those are my only 2 spells that are affected.
Okay, I plan on just doing some more stabbing.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Some more
So,
stabs.
I will add my.
You cut out there.
I'm going to add my bardic inspiration to that attack, bringing
Okay.
17 up to 19.
19 still
And then-
misses.
And then my second attack. Fuck.
Unfortunately, both of those miss. Perhaps blinded by rage, perhaps weakened by its lightning attacks. You can't seem to land a blow on it this time. Its turn. It points at Billy, who seems to keep ringing sounds inside of its armor. So it's going to point at you, and a lightning bolt will come out at you. A 10 actually misses you. So that kind of hits off to the side here and lightning bolt. And then it kind of aims at Amira with the second one. With a 6 to hit. Wow. Apparently, if it wants to hit the two of you, it can't do this, though. But if it wants to hit Coll or Astra, it's got full range to do so. We're going to go back to Amira. You're next.
Okay. Stop casting spells for a moment. Care about that. 1 moment.
It tried to point its finger at you and Billy
Yeah?
and fire lightning bolts.
And like I don't.
I'm just letting you know in case you missed it.
No, I heard that.
Okay.
Talking about something else. I'm trying to could I use my longbow?
I believe so. I don't think you're... Yeah, you should be able to use your longbow.
Okay. Do that. And as expected, I don't fucking hit.
Yeah, your arrow just kind of sticks into the wall.
And then I'll just use a inspiration on Coll this time.
Coll, you got a D8 for inspiration now. Billy, can you hit this thing with your bullets?
We're gonna try. Alrighty.
It has an AC of 21. Let me just put it that way. So you guys need to roll at least a 21 to hit this thing.
Yeah. Alright, let's try this again. Talon. Not. You know, I'm gonna I'm gonna put Talon away and switch to Magnum. And pop 2 shots at it.
Bang, bang. 18 and a 7.
Miss. Yeah.
Yeah. You make a lot of loud noises with the 2, very loud shots. But
I'm surprised
unfortunately,
baby's not crying harder.
Pass.
it's kind of hard to hear over the ringing in your ears now from the Magnum. It's not affecting your ability to like fight or anything, but just yeah, can't hear anything outside this room at the moment. Coll, you're up.
Well, we're gonna keep on with the same old thing. Nope. That's my turn. I miss.
Unfortunately, yes. An 11 does not hit a armor class of 21. Astra.
Try again.
That second one
One of them
manages to get a hit. And, yeah, you've got the entire left arm now out of its socket, ripping it apart like that. It turns to you and swings with one hand its great sword again. That time it can't seem to get a good enough grip on its sword and kind of slips a little bit out of its hand, so it kind of goes wide over your head. And then it tries to bring it down to the other direction. In 18 to hit this time, which does kind of get you a good on the left side. You take 13 slashing and 3 lightning as the electricity kind of shocks through the sword. Whoa, I don't think it did. Did that really do that much damage?
No. I
Like, wow, holy crap.
16. There we go.
Okay. that was a little worrying. I'm like, oh my god. Oh, I didn't see your health before, but damn. Okay. Then we are going to go to Amira. You're next.
Hang on. It's fine. I hate this. Guess I'll try the longbow again.
Hey, you hit.
What?
You managed to get a really good shot inside of its chest piece, and you basically you cut the strings holding the chest piece to the rest of the armor, and the chest piece falls outside of the armor. It's still standing. It's still for the most part connected, but you can tell that it's basically on its last legs. It is currently at the fragile state.
And then while I'm... Can I take a quick look at my 2 friends over there and see how they're doing real quick?
Astra, how are you doing?
I'm pretty hurt, but I'm not in any kind of danger.
Okay.
Coll, how are you looking?
Not terrible.
Okay. Cool.
If that is the end of Amira's turn, we're going to go to Billy.
Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Magnum shots. I'm gonna pop lucky on that one.
On the last one? Okay, go ahead. Roll that. Just roll a d20.
Yeah.
So that would be...
Ooh, crit. That would be a
crit.
crit. 20 plus
Okay, so
2.
roll another... You even rolled a 1 on your damage dice. Roll another d10.
Yeah, roll a d10. Yep.
Oh wait, you rolled a 20. You didn't roll a d20.
No, I did roll a d20.
No.
Oh shit. Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Wait,
Oh, my bad. Oh, okay.
I'm like, wait a minute.
12.
Of course you're gonna roll a 20 on a 20 when you only roll a 20
Yeah.
sided. Basically that's rolling a 20 sided dice with 20s on all sides.
Yeah. Alright, so it's a
Unfortunately,
12.
a 12
miss.
will not hit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep. Miss. Just completely miss. Fuck it.
but you didn't do a nat one that time, so which
Yeah.
would misfire, I believe.
Yeah, it would be a misfire.
Okay, so there is at least that. Back to Coll.
This is unfortunate.
Nope.
Unfortunately, that is a miss. Don't you have inspiration?
Oh, you know what? I do have an inspiration. It's a D8, is it not?
D is it? D8 is correct. Unfortunately, a 20 still misses.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Astra, can you finish this thing off?
I hope. Oh, boom, boom. No, no, I can't. Will the longbow finish it off?
I mean, yeah, pretty damn close last time. It's gonna point. Actually, it's gonna take its greatsword and swing it at once at Astra, once at Coll. First one at Astra. It's a 7, misses. Second one at Coll. It's a 23. That one hits. 14 total damage, 10 slashing and 4 lightning.
Man.
Amira.
Yeah. You're gonna try to shoot again since I didn't hear anybody get hit.
Yeah, you managed to get a good shot on it this time. You basically poke a hole through the back of its armor. It's still standing, but it's got a big arrow-sized hole in the back of its armor now.
Yeah.
Billy.
All right, let's try this again.
Hey, you finally hit it. All right, sir. It has 3 hit points left after Amira's attack. How do you want to do this?
Okay.
So your 10 piercing
I'm just
kill.
gonna just
Yeah.
just headshot, just headshot.
It doesn't have a head left.
Okay,
It's
well,
alright.
whatever.
Kind of
Chest,
backed it off.
chest, whatever. Just knock it down. God, I'm so fucking mad at this shit.
Hold on, guys.
Hmm?
Okay, sorry about that. I had to talk with my mother. Okay, what was the last thing that happened?
Shot it in the chest.
The chest piece is missing as well.
Well, whatever still exists.
Okay,
Shoot
yeah,
it
so
there.
you blow open the back of the armor and the armor's
Yeah.
fall off and it just collapses.
Yeah, just blow its back out.
All right.
God, that took way the fuck too long.
All right. So, with that, combat is now over. Go ahead and stop the music here. And you guys, a little bit quieter now. This ringing kind of echoes out throughout the
Yeah.
the vestibule, the hall, the stairwell. As you guys, Billy blows the thing apart here. What do you guys want to do now? The baby, you can still hear crying coming from this room over here.
Well, with the gun going off, anything else in the house might have already woken up, or at least anything in range. So we should probably check on the baby.
Yeah.
where was I at on here? Okay. So back to
What level are we supposed to be? 6, right?
6, yes.
6. Yeah.
Okay.
Aren't we already?
Yeah, we're already 6.
Okay, so this
Pretty
door
sure.
here, I want to make sure
Yeah.
it's not locked or anything really quick here. Okay, so yeah, the door seems to be unlocked. Doesn't seem to have a lock, or at least the lock mechanism isn't activated. So, just as you reach for the door, you pause, craning your ear. The wailing of a newborn echoes throughout the suite.
Yeah.
A young woman tries to quiet the child, poorly singing a lullaby. Are you trying to open the door?
Yes.
Gently, you tease the door open, finding no one inside. So I'm going to go and reveal the room here. First off, okay, good. Stop. There we go. Instead, the cries come from a thin door to your right.
And I move forward too.
Yeah, you can. Everyone can move forward.
It's like
I'd like to try
Bye.
this door, right? Or is it this one?
Nope, the one immediately to your right as soon as you walk in.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would
that
like
way.
to try and ease this door open.
Well, before you reach that door, you hear, "Hush, little baby," the woman sings. "Don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a Blinsky toy. And if that toy don't work, Walter, please stop crying. Please stop crying. Morning Lord's light, please just stop crying." And then that room is, yes, unlocked. And yeah, there's cobwebs everywhere in this room, along the windows, between the posts of the bed, stretched across the wardrobe. This is in the room that you guys are currently in. Even the mirror set into the wall, which I'm not sure where the mirror is in here. Doesn't
I have a question.
What's the question?
Okay. So can I see if there's anything off about
Okay,
the
so-
voices we're hearing? And I ask because I'm
There's the
a
mirror.
bard of spirits. College of spirits.
Okay.
So what
So you're trying to discern if the voices are familiar or what?
in a way, I guess I'm trying to discern if they're sound closer to the kind of things I would hear when I'm contacting spirits. It's kind of weird that she's, after hearing this massive fight, because there's no way she didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Still talking. If I had heard that, I would have been like, well, the baby would probably be smothered on accident. And, sorry it had to get dark for that part. I wouldn't be making a lot of sound because I would be cowering in fear and not making sound at all.
Go ahead and roll me a... let me look at a character sheet here. Either a religion or an arcana check.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Arcana. That's a little better. What?
With a nat 20, which unfortunately does not work yet. We're still not in D&D 1. Or
You know what?
1D.
But that does give me a 23.
It does give you 23, which is still a really good roll.
It is a
You can definitely, you get the feeling that yes, that whatever's making these sounds should be like cowering in fear or whatever. But so you get the feeling that it's probably some sort of haunting or some sort of spiritual thing that's making the noises.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is
Yeah.
it similar to like the spirits I would normally contact?
Very, very likely, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna tell my
Let me know when I can continue describing the room that you guys are currently in.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, and once you do, I'll tell
Okay.
them what I.
Yeah, so the mirror I found out is actually right here on this wall here. The mirror set in the wall is draped in an eerie silk. Stained glass doors lead to the balcony you saw from outside, which is over here. These are the stained glass doors. And gloomy dust-choked air haunts this place like a distant memory. And then Walter's wails come from this room over here, the door to your right. Coll, you try to open that door?
Oh.
Oh yeah,
I
go
think
ahead. Yeah,
Mira's
you can go ahead and do
doing
your just thing. I forgot about that.
Hey guys.
Uh-huh.
I'm. The voices we're hearing are awfully familiar.
Okay.
They're the kind of voices, or similar to the kind of voices I would hear when I'm contacting the spirit.
No. Oh no.
You know, like when I
So-
have my stories and.
Give me one. moment.
Okay, then that's kind of creepy.
So we're probably dealing with like a haunting or something, not. Just don't expect to find a live baby.
Does
Or
this
nursemaid.
door appear to have like a keyhole? Like, can I look through the door?
It doesn't have a keyhole, but it does open inward, so it opens away from you into the room that you're entering.
I would like to attempt to very, very quietly kind of open the door just to crack and peek in the room.
Okay, so you approach the wails of baby Walter, pushing open the door slowly. What you do see is his dreary nursery is decorated in strange toys. A mobile of black and white bats, a rocking chair in the shape of a wolf, a black shroud embroidered in the windmills covers the crib. If you continue opening the door, you'll find that there is no woman in the room at all.
Oh, so
Perhaps she went left for the balcony, but you can still hear Walter crying from his crib.
Great.
Oh boy.
This up
Are we gonna
here.
go
Amiri.
in?
Amira, you want to take point on this?
Yeah, sure, I'll take a point. I guess I'll slip by.
I'll step out of the way so Amira can go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
All right, so you walk in. Yeah, you see basically what I just described.
Is there anything off in the room?
I mean, it's covered in dust. There's weird toys, and the black shroud is covering the crib.
I mean, considering we're in Barovia, is it really that weird?
Yeah.
Considering the first two floors are immaculately clean.
Well, like that, but like... These are the kind of things I would have seen growing up anyway. Or heard of growing up. Not that I would have had any.
As far as you can tell, the crying seems to be pretty real coming from the crib.
And I'll go, like, peek in the crib.
So you lift the shroud.
Yes.
You lift the shroud, and nothing's there. The wailing, gone. The baby, nowhere to be found. Just an empty
What
bundle.
the fuck?
I knew it!
And then you
Not
hear
even
her
bones?
on the bed behind you. A weeping woman, skeletal thin, dressed in a soiled white gown. She looks over her shoulder, hair hanging like rotted vines. Her face stretches impossibly far into a ghastly visage, and she screams. The flesh falls from her face in shattered chunks. One leg shifts through the bed, and in a single stride, her bleeding claws are at your throat.
Fine.
I guess she's going to be at Cole's throat, because Cole's in the way.
Cool.
So
Thank
it's
you, Coll.
oh shit.
Everybody roll
You're
initiative again.
just taking all the hits for us today.
Just for you apparently.
Thank you. Do it right that time? Yeah.
Would you guys like a useless fact?
Hmm.
So, due to the shape of the North American elk's esophagus, even if it could speak, it could not produce the word lasagna.
Why is that?
Okay.
Why is that useless? Because it's useless.
No, why is that it can't?
Because the shape of its esophagus, it literally will not be able to produce the right sound.
Huh.
So in theory, it could produce the sound of most other words in the English language. Lasagna specifically, it would be incapable of.
I do have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
So I will be back in a... Fuck, I'm a fur. Never mind, I'll wait until after I do my thing.
Well, Billy hasn't rolled yet.
That's it?
Wait, for initiative?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're being attacked again. I triggered it, but
Yeah.
Cole's getting hit first.
Okay.
I can't even see the damn thing. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief.
You can't see the room?
No,
I
it's
can't
just
see
out of his
past
field.
it.
Oh, okay.
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
out of
No, it's you can see the corner of it because it's between me and Cole.
No, I can't see anything beyond that wall, kind of like.
Yeah,
it's just
right.
Out of it's just out of my vision.
This is the enemy. You should be able to see.
No. I can see it. I'm just saying the lighting.
Oh
Because
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the lighting only lets you see so much because you're not in the room quite yet. Yeah.
Exactly.
But
That's
you can see
but
where the
but-
enemy's at.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is going to do its first attack against Coll, like it's supposed to.
Sorry, Coll.
A 16 unfortunately doesn't hit though.
Nope, thank goodness.
All right. Do you want to go to the bathroom, Amira, before we start?
It would be appreciated, but
Okay.
I can go and then...
Okay, if you know what you want to do really quick, then yeah, go ahead and go, and then you can go to the bathroom.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna cast guidance on Coll.
Okay. All right, Cole, you have guidance. You have a D4 for your ability checks.
So you have to make a save for some reason. Hopefully that can help. No, it can't help. Those aren't ability checks. Fuck,
Yeah.
never mind. I don't know what I'm doing.
It might still help. Astra.
I'm gonna try to stab this guy
This lady.
or this lady.
And then your glaive is magical, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so both of those will hit. And that is a total of 29 slashing damage. Yeah, you kind of like pass through it, but you kind of like see you're kind of like tearing part of its gown and its form as you swing your glaive through it, or stab your glaive. Yeah, swing your glaive through it, slashing. That's it for your turn. It's going to turn, and it's going to reach its hands out and kind of grab at your face. with a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
First, make me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, you succeed. However, you take 28 necrotic damage.
I have necrotic resistance, so I only take 14.
There you go, 14 necrotic damage.
Damn, that would have downed me. If I didn't have that resistance.
Yeah, I rolled a lot of high numbers on its damage. Coll, you're up.
Right. I'm gonna actually cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, give yourself 5 health.
And that should be my
Okay. You want to move so Billy can get in the room, or you want to stay there where you're standing?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm going to move to here and allow Billy into the room.
All right, Billy, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna. Wait, hold on. I had Magnum up, so I'm gonna switch over to Talon.
You're quiet again.
Oh, I'm switching over to Talon.
Okay.
So put Magnum away, switch over to Talon, and try to blast this thing point blank.
Are you using sharpshooter again?
I am using sharpshooter again.
A
That's
6
why there's the
misses.
minus. Yeah. I'm gonna reload.
Okay.
And would it be difficult terrain if I move like over here, try to pass through?
You can attempt to move through it if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna move there.
Okay. You kind of feel a shiver as you walk through its form.
Wait, I'm not walking through it. I'm walking like around. I'm walking through like Astra.
Okay, so you're kind of climbing up over the bed then?
Not. I guess, kinda. And then just move over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no! Wait, what's this? No.
You kind of climb up around the bed or on the best post or whatever, kind of gathering the dust as you kicking up dust in the air as you go. Mira,
Yeah.
back to you.
Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Is everyone far enough away from me finally? Are they? 5. Oh, she's more than 5 feet from me. And if I step forward, god damn it. Okay. See what happens. I'm gonna shoot. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna step right here. And I'm gonna try the longsword.
Is your longsword magical?
No.
Okay.
I don't have any magical weapons. I have magic, but I can't use it without hurting my friend.
All right, go ahead and roll your longsword.
She's pretty fucking useless in this situation. Like,
21 to hit's really good.
yeah. It's a ghost, isn't it?
It is an incorporeal ghost-liking like thing, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I suspected that. What it is, I don't know.
So yeah, you kind of like slash your longsword through it, and it tears a little bit of it, but it doesn't seem to be very effective.
At least it does something.
It does
I was kind
something. It's not
expecting it to
immune to
do
it.
nothing.
It is not immune to it, but it does not do as much as you expected it to. Astra.
Anyone's looking.
Or are you have anything else?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Astra, you're up.
I will stab and stab.
Both of those hitting. That is a 34. My math is right.
Yep.
You actually kind of destroy this thing with that last one. So how do you want to do that? Kind of just rip it apart, and it's turns into
Yeah,
one
like
of
my
those.
glaive like sticks into its chest, and then I twist, and it like starts dissolving.
All right. Well, with that, I'm going to move it out of the map here so I can see. Yeah, combat's over yet again. Congratulations, you survived.
Boy.
Astra starts going ow, 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 ow.
Come here.
She's hurt.
Oh, I didn't know she was hurt. Like I wasn't.
Yeah, you weren't in the room when she
It
got
made
attacked.
for 28 necrotic damage, but I had resistance. But still, fucking ow.
Yeah.
When people tell me Astra's beat to hell. Okay, yeah, no, we'll give you a moment. Since we're not in combat, I can just do. Is anybody else hurt?
I'm a little dinged up.
Like how dinged up? Like use a mass healing word dinged up, or you're okay?
On a scale of bruised, bloody, or staggered.
I'm probably bloodied. Rough, or maybe like
The middle
slightly
ground?
above that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know what? What
It's-
I'm actually gonna do is Astra. I'll go over to you, and we'll do this again.
That
Quite as
is
good as last time,
15.
but it's for something. And Coll will get
13.
13.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Still quite hurt, but I'm out of the danger zone.
Okay. With this lull, I'm going to take a quick break, get me something to drink, see if I can help my mom figure out something going on with her phone. And we'll come back in about 10 minutes. So let's say, according to Central Time, 8:07.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Hold on, let me write this down. If I can get the pen to actually write. He doesn't seem to want to write today. Okay. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys.
All right.
We are back. Okay. The music stopped? No, it's still going. Okay, good. Doesn't seem to be putting a lot of audio out, though, for some reason. Testing, test. You guys say something.
Whoa.
Okay, it's working.
Something?
Yep, it's working.
Upper nickel.
Yeah. It just wasn't putting a lot of sound for some reason. Okay, so. You guys just got done fighting the handmaiden. Handmaid, whatever you want to call her. What do you guys want to do now? The baby is not actually a baby. It's just sounds coming from nothing. Amir was pretty spot on with her being a spirit.
Yeah, congratulations with that.
Thank you.
Is that a set of doors behind me here?
Yes, that's so those are stained glass doors that reach out into a balcony.
Might I suggest us leaving and burning the place to the ground?
What about those kids out front? Isn't this their home?
Everything
Isn't that-
else in here appears to be dead, so what's to say they're actually alive?
Yeah, that sounds plausible.
I mean, it's possible, but
Why don't-
shouldn't we find out?
Yes.
Do you really want to find out?
Well, if there's a monster in the basement and we set the whole place on fire, that'll hopefully kill the monster in the basement.
Are you sure?
No, but what's one more monster? God damn it.
Let's
You're
go.
about
I'm
to
not
put
against
one more
trying
monster
it.
on the loose?
Yeah, that's what she was gonna say, and then she's like, fuck, I can't say that.
We can, I'm not against burning this fucking house to the ground just to kill the monster.
But what do people think? And what about the priest that's supposed to fucking be here? What if he's trapped in here somewhere?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know, he's probably monster food by this point. But yeah, we should probably see if we can find him. Let's go.
Yeah.
Out of
Fine.
character, I'm supposed to be a good person. Am I supposed to be a good person?
I would hope so.
That's up
How-
to you.
How good did I think I'm chaotic good.
I'm also no, I'm chaotic neutral, so it doesn't matter.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I think I'm acting too good for my character, but fuck it.
I mean, honestly, the alignment doesn't really mean you have to actually act like your alignment. It's just kind of like a baseline, mostly.
Oh, that's
Using
awesome.
mine as a guide, but I'm not acting. I've been going pretty far away from the chaotic good that was originally the idea for her. Going more into
change.
chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
not
definitely
chaotic
chaotic
evil
neutral.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, you get that there, we might have issues.
So, do you guys look around the room at all? Do you guys inspect anything in here? Do you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
I want
Yeah.
to inspect a few things.
Okay. What do you want to inspect?
I want to look at the dresser. And
At the
fireplace.
wardrobe. Okay.
Yeah.
The wardrobe. Let me see if I have any information on that. Nursemaid. That's what she was. She was a nursemaid.
Mhm.
Handmaid, nursemaid, same idea. There's cobwebs stretched across the wardrobe. As you open it up, just has like old, moth-eaten clothes, white gowns and stuff like that. Basically,
Okay.
clothes that would be fitting for a nursemaid.
Does someone want to check out the bed?
Wait. This
Maybe
bed over
not.
here?
Maybe not
Or
this
that
bed. Let's not do this that way, Amir.
Do you want me to read you the description of the room again? Cobwebs are everywhere in this room, along the windows, between the posts of the bed, stretched across the wardrobe. Even the mirror set into the east wall is draped in the eerie silk. glass-stained doors lead to the balcony you saw from outside, which is over here. Gloomy dust, choked air haunts the place like a distant memory.
Can I check out the fireplaces or anything? Like, I'm assuming if you want to know if we want to explore the area more, that there might be something else, and fireplaces
Correct.
are always a great place to look.
You kind of dig through what looks like old, dusty logs. Nothing seems to be like actively used. Nothing seems particularly like used or anything like that.
I mean, if we're looking for the priest and we've determined the child is not an actual child, maybe we should not be on the floor that was covered in dust.
Yeah.
One moment. Can I look at, after I do that, I'm going to go back and look at Coll. I'm super innocent looking. Why didn't you want to look at the bed?
I
Wait,
don't want to see a dead baby come back to life to attack us. Just let's not deal with this right now.
Wait, this bed, right?
Because I'm assuming this one's the one meant.
No, she doesn't want to go back in there. Fuck that shit. But the nursemaid came from that one, guys.
Yes.
There's nothing
I
in
thought
the
she
other
came out of
one.
I thought she came out of the dresser. That's my bad.
I'm gonna go crawl on the bed and look at it.
The bed looks fairly unused. Looks like it's been sitting covered in dust and silk and cobwebs for silk of cobwebs, I guess, for months, years even. Nothing seems to be particularly standoffish. Like Billy climbing over it kind of kicked up a lot of dust into the air, but it doesn't seem to be
Nothing
seems to be of interest in the bed.
Hey. So, months or years?
Go and give me a investigation check.
Stop choosing all the intelligent stuff. Okay, we're good then.
With a 15, yeah, you're leaning towards like over a year for sure.
Hey guys, how long did they say this place had been abandoned?
They say months. Last we heard.
I kind of want to know how long months is because I'm thinking probably closer to like over a year or about a year.
Well, maybe some of the other adults are
Oh,
alive.
I'd like to come back in here. Why is this door open? Is this a door or is that a
That's
window?
a window. That's a window.
Okay.
To outside.
I was gonna be like, oh shit, why is the door open? Okay, let's go check out
I just
more.
realized something. Hold on. I forgot to do a really important thing. Explorer mode is now on the map. My bad.
Okay, cool beans.
Yeah, that's.
So yeah, where
that's
do
better.
we want to go next? Unless someone wants to inspect the baby's bedroom closer. Fuck it, I'll do it.
You
what's-
lift up
what's-
the bed and it's empty.
And there's nothing in here besides toys and a bed. Crib.
The toys, which are what did I describe at?
I know what they're described as. I remember that. I just
Yeah, just an empty bundle. In the bed.
can I inspect the bundle?
Go and give me a investigation check.
Can I intimidate the bundle first?
You notice that the bundle never was really ever used.
Ever a baby?
You unwrap it.
Yes,
Nothing's inside of it.
nothing in
It's
there. It's just a bunch of cloth.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I would like to wrap it back up and bring it with me.
All right. It's just a bunch of moth-eaten and disintegrating cloths.
Cool. I'm gonna throw it at
Can
Coll.
I look around the room, see if anything looks out of place?
The only thing that really kind of that you haven't really looked at yet is the mirror.
Can I look at the mirror?
Oh no.
Perception check for me.
Oh boy.
So with a perception check, you notice that in the in molded or inscription around the mirror itself, there are the wooden frame itself. Looks like there's ivy and berries carved into it. You notice as you look a little closer at it with that perception check that there are occasional eyeballs amongst the berries.
Okay, that's creepy.
And with a 24, you also notice that there seems the mirror seems to be a little bit further from the wall. Like one of the angles seems to be kind of like one corner seems to be attached to the wall, the other seems to be a little bit further from the wall.
Can I pull the mirror?
You try to pull and nothing happens. You try to push and the whole wall kind of shifts behind it.
Great.
Okay, so the house has secret passages. Should have
Looks
expected
like it.
that.
Yeah.
And you see a door, a cobweb-filled wooden staircase leading upwards.
Or do we still hear the music at all?
That's a good question.
Because I know the nursemaid or whatever was singing, but
She
that
was
wasn't
singing
the
a
music.
lullaby, a very bad lullaby. The harpsichord was coming, I want to say, from the second floor. Which one is
Because I
that?
thought on the second floor I asked where it was, and you said the third floor.
That's where the baby was
I
crying.
thought-
Was coming from.
I thought you were asking us where we were supposed to go for the baby, and that's why we said third floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that was what I said. Oh well.
The harpsichord
Well-
was coming from the second floor,
Okay.
so you guys can hear the music coming from below you, almost directly below
Okay.
you.
Well, do we want to go? Did these stairs go up or down?
They go up into what
Do we
you
wanna
assume
go-
would be the fourth floor attic, something like that.
Screw it, I'm curious now. Let's go.
Man, low key,
Okay, let's go.
we're doing this.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna find the priest, but you
No.
can't find a hidden passage and not.
Did we notice
Now
any
where it
footprints
goes.
in the dust
No.
that weren't ours?
Not at all. No
Okay.
dust, no footprints besides your own.
Okay.
So who's first up the stairs?
I guess I'll go.
Cole,
I'll go
all right.
last.
I'll
grab
go
you
second.
And your hooded lantern.
Me and my totally not a baby will go third.
Can players see that? Okay, there we go. And then Astra, you're next.
Yep.
Who's after Astra?
Me.
I'm going last.
I didn't mean to drop you apparently, but I did. Okay. And then Billy.
Yep.
All right.
We have to have a
So that leads me
Oh.
up to.
hallway.
Is the door locked?
That door is not locked. So as you open the door,
Fireball, boom. Party dies.
Well, you could always
Well-
like
Should be checking for traps on
Check
every
for
door. I'm
traps.
not.
the attic is choked with dust and cobwebs. A padlocked door stands nearby, from which the sounds of children at play float.
Is that which of these three doors that I see is that?
The one immediately
Okay.
as you walk up the steps.
And that one's padlocked. Is there anything about this one that I can see?
That
from
one
here?
just seems like it looks like a regular door. And there's two more doors up over here.
Gotcha. I'm gonna start with, I guess, checking to make sure that I'm gonna be good when I open this one.
All right, so give me a perception check for traps, I believe it is.
It's either perception or investigation. Both are the same, or
Sorry.
Go ahead, Amira.
yeah, both are the same for me.
She's gonna ask Astra to move so she can get by.
You can just walk around. Yeah, move.
Okay, I just like we haven't been doing that, so I wasn't sure. Cool, so I'm gonna come over here.
Yeah, Bill, you can do the same. Move into the room as you please.
Yeah.
So with a 9, you can see that there's what looks like a keyhole, but it doesn't look like it's locked.
Okay, I guess I will open this door.
The door squeals onto a spare bedroom choked with dust. The wardrobe lies open and empty. Come on, there we go. The desk is stained red. Wine, perhaps? A rocking chair rocks slightly in the draft you've created, while a doll in a lacy yellow dress smiles at you. Webs drape her head like a wedding veil.
I'm gonna shut this door.
That's definitely not creepy at all.
I saw the room. I'm gonna shut the door.
Door is shut.
Understandable.
Can I use my lockpicks to lock the door?
Go ahead and roll me a Thieves' Tools check.
What did you find again?
Creepy ass doll in a yellow dress with cobwebs over it, looking like a wedding veil, and a desk that is stained red.
So nope, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Which attribute do you want me using for that Thieves' Tools check?
That'd be a Dex check.
I want to go in.
So anyone who wants to try to unlock that door behind you is going to need to succeed on a 29 Dex check.
You know what? Creepy doll can stay locked.
Yeah, I'm not against it.
Okay, okay, cool. Yeah.
You set those pins masterfully.
Thank you.
The lock-picking lawyer is going to have trouble even opening that door. Oh shit!
I bet I could get it open.
Yeah, breaking it down.
Yeah, shatter.
It don't. Amira's door is the padlocked one, I believe,
Correct.
right?
That door is padlocked.
Can I look at the 2 doors down here?
You sure can.
What do I see? What do I inspect?
They're doors.
Okay, cool. Can I perceive anything
Actually,
else about
there
them?
are features that I can read. Hold on. Death House features.
They have a 19 passive, and I can always roll active. Unless you need an investigation, which I don't want to use. It's only a 3.
I think the doors are all made of mahogany, is what I think it was.
Oh,
That's
cool.
Oh, the attic here has 13 high-foot ceiling. I forgot to say that. And the 3rd floor had 8-foot high ceilings.
Oh. So they're tall ceilings.
Yeah. Okay, so
Gotcha.
yes, there are 2 doors. One to the east and one to the west.
Ooh, east.
Yeah.
I thought you said west.
West, east, yeast. Which one do you want to, left or right? Do you want to look at?
Left.
Left, okay.
Sure.
So that door opens.
Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna can I sneaky open it? Like I don't want
Sneaky open it? Okay, yeah, you creakily open it. The chamber is packed with old furniture, draped in yellowing sheets, chairs, coat racks, coaches dappled with mold, standing mirrors, mannequins that loom out of the shadows like forgotten windows, and witnesses to ruin. A wooden chunk sits nearby, its cover slightly ajar.
And there's another door over here?
That's a window,
Okay.
but it's boarded up. Like, you can't see out of
Okay.
it, yeah.
So, guys, there's some more mannequins in here.
Yeah, no, fuck.
They're all
that
covered,
shit.
though. They're all covered
They're
in...
covered up in,
Yeah.
like, sheets and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe shut the door behind you as you walk
Yeah.
out.
Do we want to
Be
look in
smart.
there, or are we just gonna?
Nah, you can have that.
Yeah, I guess I'll just shut the door.
I'm not gonna move the thing back, so I'll just say you shut the door.
And then I guess I'll open the other one.
Just open it.
Yeah, fuck it, why
You
not?
open upon a spare bedroom smothered by cobwebs. Spiders crawl from the wardrobe in droves to greet their new visitor.
Fuck that.
Shut the
Oh,
door back up.
boy.
Okay, let me at least
Fuck that.
let me at least reveal the room so I can then move the thing back.
And then I'm gonna take that bundle of cloths I'm carrying and shove it. Is it a crack under the door?
There's not a very big crack, but yeah, there's a crack. You can probably cover it with
Is
that
it
bundle.
big enough for spiders to fit through?
Yes.
There is no longer a crack under the door.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I knew I grabbed that for a reason, guys. Unless you want to kill some spiders.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
What was in this room?
Covered up furniture and mannequins.
And a trunk that was slightly open.
Oh, and a trunk! Wait a minute, treasure. Do we want to see what was in the trunk?
Or do we
I
want
wanna-
to? Or do we want to try to open this padlocked door?
Yeah.
Wait, so yeah.
I'm
Treasure.
hearing my skills might be of use here now, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Very much.
Let's see if you can unlock a door as well as you can
Alright, so
lock
if you're
it.
not gonna go back into that room, I'm gonna put the thing over it. The
I-
door.
Do kind of want to, but at the same time.
Yeah, treasure. Come on.
I'm gonna. I'd like to inspect the padlock first, just to make sure there's nothing weird with it.
Okay, so give me a perception check.
Jesus.
It looks like a pretty difficult lock.
All right. Well, I'm
It
gonna
looks like
try
a
it.
pretty
then.
solid lock too.
Guess I'll work it with the tools.
Thieves' tools dexterity check. You managed to get a good find all the pins and set them all correctly, and the padlock pops open.
Nice.
All right. After that, I'm gonna back up.
Understandable. Have a good day.
I'm gonna
From
back up
behind the
and pull-
door float Rose and Thorn's voices. Those are the boy and girl that you met outside. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Little Thorn shouts. The padlock clinks noisily as you work its lock, then clatters to the ground. The children hush as you. You don't open the door, but yeah, the children hush as
The
as
kids
stop.
outside. I told you they
Right.
were dead.
I'm gonna put my rapier away and pull out the dagger that I've got. My +1 dagger.
+1
Oh.
dagger. Okay.
Trying to catch you a vampire.
So, yeah, whoever wants to open that door can.
Oh my god. I'll open it.
Alright. Pop it
Alright.
open.
I
Yeah.
opened the door.
The children hush as you open the door. The gloom strangles this place.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have? I do not
Oh.
have them revealed. Okay, hold on.
Jesus.
Who wants to go in? Fuck it, I'll go in first.
There's Thorn. There's Rose. Okay.
Oop.
Actually, I didn't reveal them. Damn it.
I kind of can't see it, so it's like.
There's.
Oh, I see 2 skeletons.
See 2 skeletons as well.
Now you don't.
Now I don't.
You're right.
Yes. The children hush as you open the door. The gloom strangles this place. You spot 2 child-sized beds, a toy chest, and a dollhouse. It's a perfect replica of the Durst Manor, you realize. What's most unsettling is the room's sole window is bricked up. That is until you... Oh, actually, yeah. You don't... You do not see these 2.
Oh.
That is until you spot the small skeletons dressed in tattered but familiar clothing. The smaller of the 2 cradles a doll as if alone it could have changed the future.
Oh, so they're dead. Who would have known?
Sad.
So yeah, just.
Told you they were fucking dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
I would like to inspect the dollhouse, I guess.
As you look
Okay.
over the dollhouse, yeah, you notice that it's pretty pretty spot on of the house. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, Coll.
There we go.
As you're looking throughout the dollhouse, you notice that there's a bunch of secret doors in the house. There's one in the attic that leads to a spiral staircase, and you notice that is right about here. You notice these two, the two that were at the this row here, this house. Those are the secret door on the second floor, towards the east side of what looks like a library. And yeah, you see all those three secret doors. As you are looking over this dollhouse, a sudden chill seizes your spine. Two children appear on a nearby bed, Rose and Thorn. Cradling her little brother, Rose scowls and asks, "Are you here to play with us?"
What do you want to play, honey?
Amira, you're standing over one of them.
Oh, well, let me move. You didn't tell me I was...
Yeah. So, yeah.
What's with her outfit? I don't say that out loud. I'm just like, that's
Yeah.
funky. Does she have bat ears?
Possibly.
She looks like a fucking furry.
Oh God.
And are the people that are in the room actually in the room currently?
I'm not
Yes.
in the room.
You're not in the room,
outside.
Astra?
I mean, I'm in the room. and
I'm
Mira's
just outside the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right behind Astra.
I'll ask him, what did you want to play? What would you like to play?
Well, we can play any number of things. We can play Dollhouse. She points to the doll house. You know, there's a secret door in the attic.
Where does the secret door in the attic go?
Down to the basement. With the
Oh. Let's. I can hear this, right?
It's kind of quiet. It's hard. They're not talking very loudly. You can definitely hear Amira talking very clearly.
You weren't supposed to go to the I heard that.
Well, we don't
But
want
we
to go
weren't
down. We could play Dollhouse.
Sure, we can play Dollhouse for a little bit. I'm gonna play Dollhouse with them. Fuck it.
Roll me a performance check. Just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
She gets bored after about a minute. I don't want to play this no more.
Sorry, it's been a long time. Is this dollhouse a replica of your house?
Yes, it's a replica.
That's really cool. Does anyone else have any questions on
Just why are they here?
like?
Good question.
Are you guys? Why are you stuck here?
Oh, we don't. She points to her skeleton. I mean, we are dead.
I know, and you haven't moved on, honey. Not that I know what moving on in Barovia would be like. Why were you locked in this room?
Yes, mommy and daddy, they locked us in here to protect us from the monster in the basement.
Is that why the windows bricked up?
Maybe I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think that we might be headed down to the basement. You said that
We don't.
door.
Yeah, there's a door. There's a secret door in the attic. She points toward the door that Coll, you know to exist since you looked the
right.
hall's pretty close
Yep.
over. If you want to roll me a perception check, Amira, you can have advantage on it to look over the dollhouse.
How long does the last rites take from the Morning Lord?
I think we said it was a half an hour.
Something like
Ooh.
that.
Half hour? Oh,
I
guess
mean,
I'll
that's not that much time considering apparently what we were told outside by what appears to be these same children was a lie.
Yeah, I guess I'll ask the guys
So we don't know how urgent anything is.
if
True.
they mind being up here at this room for about a half hour.
We have nowhere else to go.
Well, is that okay with the party?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm fine with waiting.
Coll, go ahead and roll me a religion check really quick.
Oh, please be good. Please be good. Please be good.
You get the feeling that, or you pretty much know that in order to perform these last rites, you have to put these skeletons to rest somewhere. You can't just perform the last rites on the skeletons as they are.
We have to take them outside.
Yeah,
And
we'd
bury
have to
them.
take them outside and bury them.
Do you reveal that to everyone? That
Yes.
information? No, we don't want to leave. No, do not leave. Don't leave us. You stay here and play with us.
Is there what's this beside me here?
That little thing there. Okay, that is. I want to say a
What
toy
is-
chest.
Hold on. Is it so?
Yeah,
this
it's a
sounds
toy
really
chest.
bad. Would their skeletons fit in there?
Well, there's toys inside the chest.
Right. If we remove the toys, would they fit in there?
No, we don't want to. Do not remove our toys. We don't like to. You can play
Would you
with
like
them.
to go with us?
I'm not
No.
asking them this. I'm asking you. Like,
They,
would I be able to tell if they?
you,
would
you
be
definitely
able to fit?
can tell that Thorn could fit in there. Rose might be a little bit of a struggle, and both of them together would be a really, really tight fit if you could even get them in there at all.
Gotcha.
Well, the bones aren't connected to each other
Well,
anymore,
I
are they?
mean, do we need to bury them, or would they be okay with like cremation?
Well, I was gonna offer to lay them to rest in the toy chest and perform the last rites.
You get the feeling that that's probably still not going to work.
Oh, damn.
You probably need to take them and either bury them or put them into a crypt of some sort.
Okay.
Oh, we haven't
Um,
been to the basement yet. There could be a crypt there.
Yeah, let's check the basement out, I guess,
Yep,
guys.
let's go to the basement.
No, we have to go downstairs, but we'll come back, okay?
No, don't leave us. We do not want to stay here and play.
We can't. We're looking for someone, but I promise, at the very least, I'll come back up and play with you again. Okay?
So are you two trying to like leave the room at the moment?
Not
I'm
currently.
kind of shooing Astra out of the way so that we'll be potentially able to, but beyond that, no.
Okay. Then
Okay, well, I'll back up.
Okay.
All right.
Coll, as you go to leave the room, give me a charisma saving throw. Okay. You make it out of the room, and you don't feel any different as you walk out. Amira,
Alright.
as soon as you try to leave the room, you have to give me a charisma saving throw as well.
Oh!
Oh.
Do I notice anything weird about Cole trying to leave the room?
You notice that. Give me a religion. No, give me an Arcana check.
I was hoping using perception.
Perception, that'll work. Yeah, perception.
Yes! I have to go back to normal. Please roll well.
With the 27, you notice that like his cloak kind of pulls back a little more than normal.
Cool. And he...
Boy, oh boy.
I'm sure that's a cool look, but
Can I use counter charm?
Oh
Start
my god.
playing a good lullaby on my viol.
Okay.
And try to go out the door and see if that
So
helps
you have
at all.
advantage on this charisma saving throw.
Sorry, children. Charisma.
Yeah, charisma saving
Yes.
throw.
Jesus Christ.
Ah!
Oh fuck.
All right. This is something that only you are going to know. So hold on.
Oh my god.
Oh, but it'd have to be 2-5.
Why did it have? Yeah, why did it have to do the same thing?
Jesus Christ.
What am I? Wait. Oh.
Okay. You see that?
God. Okay.
I would not recommend revealing that to everyone else.
Yeah. Cool beans.
Great.
But definitely play that if you can.
Okay, but I can leave the room.
Oh yeah, you can leave the room now.
Cool. I go out the door.
Well, I guess I will attempt to. The secret door should be like right here.
It's in the other room. You have to actually enter the room. With
Could
the
I
ghost.
talk
Ooh.
to you in the private room one real quick?
Yeah, we can go ahead and talk. I'm gonna go ahead and mute so that only yeah, you guys can hear me. So
Gotcha.
we are back.
Wait.
Okay.
And just a reminder, it is 8:45. So are we about to get in anything that's gonna?
Possibly, depending on where you guys want to go in the house. If you guys want to go down the dungeon, we could probably at least go down to the dungeon and probably stop there. Like I said, I can
Okay.
go till
Yeah.
about 9:30. So
Gotcha.
I think going down into the dungeon isn't going to be a huge issue.
Our current plan, I believe, is to go into the room filled with mannequins and covered stuff, and then try to find the stairs.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Coll and Amira know where it's at. From looking at the
Well, we just don't know if these mannequins are going to come to life and kill us.
that's you
That
don't
is
know
very
that.
true.
You're right. We don't.
You know what? Let's just go in the room. Come on. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Let's go in the room.
All right.
Oh, these mannequins are literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay then.
I'm sure they're harmless. Now, where is that chest I saw earlier?
The chest is.
Are we gonna open it?
Hold on, 18. It sits nearby, so probably close to the door.
like that there.
Yeah, that looks like a stove.
That
or
looks like
something.
a stove
Well,
to me.
Sitting by the stove looks like it could be a
Yeah,
chest.
we'll say that's the trunk.
I'm just gonna walk over here and open it.
You swing open the trunk and almost recoil at your newfound treasure. A frail, bleached skeleton wrapped in a blood-stained sheet.
Wait.
You hear a rustling sound behind you. The sheet of a mannequin falling to the ground in a windless room. And that's it.
Yeah. So is this door right where I'm at?
Yeah, you're right. To the immediate right of you would be the secret door.
I'm
Tell
gonna
me it
attempt
attacks
to-
Coll first.
Hold on, I gotta get to that room really quick.
What was that, Amira?
That was out of character. I said, please tell me it attacks Coll first.
Oh, Jesus.
Everything
yeah.
else has so far.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Where once there was nothing, now stands a thick black door. You open that door, and where is the?
Wait, are we opening the thick black door?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay,
opened it.
you.
yes.
A black door that leads down only into darkness.
Can I look at the sheet that just dropped off a mannequin, apparently?
It looks normal. It just looks like, the chest opening up revealed the kind of like. You get the feeling that this is probably the nursemaid's skeleton.
Oh.
I guess I'll, with lantern and knife in hand, I will descend down the stairs.
A tight staircase spirals down into darkness between walls of mortared stone. Cobwebs and dust are everywhere. The citizens of this cramped passage. Oh, the cobwebs and dust are everywhere. The citizens of this cramped passage. Down and down into the depths you go, the shaft growing tighter and tighter. The air is stale, even bitter. Just as you can handle it no longer, just as your lungs are fit to burst, you find yourself before an archway that leads into a tunnel of carved earth and stone. I'm going to move everybody into the same spot here,
Okay. Here,
because I'll move you guys. Don't move yourselves.
Okay.
Like, I'm literally moving you guys all into the same spot here. Because now we're going to move down to a second page.
Yeah.
And here we are. Oh, apparently everything's revealed. Holy shit, hold on. That's not right. There.
Okay. Now I can zoom out.
Yes.
Like, fuck, where are we? Oh my goodness, that is a big ass dungeon.
Yeah.
They said it's the basement, so well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Cool.
I guess I'll step out of this.
So you guys walk out here. The tunnel forks left and right, both leading into darkness. And then, floating out from that utter blackness from the nighted depths, chanting. Ethereal chanting by a score of souls. Chanting that echoes off of every stone and corner of this wretched place, rising and falling in intonation. The words too distant, too faint to discern, but eerie and incessant. The chanting caresses you like an old lover, too far gone to be touched, but too close to be forgotten.
We
I
should
guess
do
always turn left.
that. That's a
Is that a plan we're gonna go with?
sure.
We can.
Alrighty then. I guess we're always turning left.
To your right, you notice that there are some passageways. To your left, looks like a table.
Don't. Oh,
Where'd everybody go? Where is everybody, and why is no one following?
Do I? Okay.
I didn't want to go after you, but other people aren't moving.
What? Is
Okay.
there something? Hold on. Before you guys continue too much further here, I think I'm missing something.
I think if we turn left here, we're gonna hit nothing.
No, I don't know what's on
I
the
am
far
missing
side.
some information here. Hold on one second, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, what did you say you threw at me earlier, by the way?
I was going to throw the baby bundle at you, but then I thought better of it, and I'm glad I did because I used the
Oh.
baby bundle to block the spider room.
Oh. So that's what was in the other room.
Yeah, it was like a swarm of
Okay,
spiders,
so,
and I said no to that shit.
At the intersection right here, crypts have been hewn from the earth, some sealed by slabs, some left ajar. The dirt and grime is too thick to read the names engraved upon the slabs.
In there? Actually going in there.
Yeah, there's some of the script that I missed here that I didn't copy
Exactly.
over.
So that's a crypt in there.
Yeah, and in here are the crypts.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, hey, we can...
Anything more here?
In that room there, alcoves line this filthy room, each stocked with a moldy straw pallet. At the end of the hall, a wooden table leans on uneven eggs, its surface scratched and stained. A slender hallway crawling with insects lead to a short set of stairs.
I assume that's that.
Over here.
Right. Oh, okay, wait. Slow down!
Sorry.
Okay. Cool. So are we going down the hallway, or well?
Yeah, we're going down the hallway. Sorry, I just
We
wanted
don't
We're
want to
going down.
inspect the.
Crypts or the
Anything?
beds or anything?
the
Yeah,
bed.
I would... yeah. I'm gonna inspect the beds.
All right.
Gotta explore while we're here.
Alright, these beds just have straw moldy pallets. Look like they haven't been really recently disturbed at all.
We should check out the crypts too. There could be fun stuff in there.
Let's not bring a dead body running at us again, please.
Wait, isn't burying or bringing the children to the crypts one of the way to put them to rest?
Yeah, we need to see if there's.
But we should probably wait see if there's an empty crypt before we do that.
Probably.
And I would like to make sure that there's nothing else down here with the 4 of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we want to keep looking to see if there's. Okay. I don't want to go in the bug hallway though.
Is there a lot of bugs?
It was pretty much described as a bug hallway.
Yeah.
How buggy is it?
Pretty buggy.
Very buggy.
Yeah. It was pretty buggy, I'd say.
Vulcan,
What now?
how buggy is this hallway?
So, let's see here. Slender hallway crawling with insects leads to a short set of stairs. That'd be this hallway here.
Yeah.
Do they scurry away from my hooded lantern, the light of my hooded lantern?
Or did they attack?
I'd say they don't seem to be like deadly at all. Just seems to be like, ants and harmless looking spiders, daddy long legs, those kind of insects.
Daddy long legs are so cute.
I'm judging you
Beetles,
right now.
stuff like that.
Like daddy long legs, they're fun. And they're the only kind of arachnid I will ever touch. Everything else is
I don't
terrifying.
think they're actually. This is to get outside of the game. I don't think they're actually arachnids. I think they're actually insects.
They're not really. They are insects, but they look like spiders and are typically thrown into that category.
It
So,
is true. I guess I will attempt to go down the hallway without getting swarmed by bugs.
The bugs don't
Oh,
seem to
wow.
really be worried about your presence. They seem to go about their business.
Hey, let's keep going.
Alright, so down into there. Past curious worms and roaches you go, down the stone carved steps. A bucket hangs atop a well in the center of the room. Alcoves line the walls, no doors, no privacy, with moldering straw mattresses and padlocked chests inside.
do we want to open the chest?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with this first one here
I mean, the last chest we opened had a dead body in it.
and attempt to open this
I'm-
chest.
The
I
chest
gotta
is unlocked. You open it up. What'd you say, Billy?
I'm up. Yeah, I'm opening it. Hold on. Let me,
You're in the wrong room.
yeah.
And apparently I need to fix the ability to walk through walls in here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Cole's in that one.
Okay.
I'm adjusting it.
Okay, there's another room over there.
I think there's a chest in every one of these alcoves.
Yes. So
Yep,
that one there.
This one.
Let me get to that here. You open it up, and there's 11 gold and 60 silver in a pouch.
Mhm.
I will take it. You said 60 silver?
Yes. Do you look over the pouch?
Actually, yes. I'll look over the pouch first. Real quick.
Give me a investigation check. You notice that this pouch is made of human skin.
I will empty the gold and silver and drop that pouch right back in the chest.
don't blame you.
Let's see here. Billy,
Money is
Yeah.
money.
your chest has 3 moss agates and a folded piece of
moss
black
what?
cloth.
Moss agate.
Agates.
Moss agates, and
Yeah, 3 moss agates and a folded piece of black cloth.
Can I go into the alcove down here?
Yeah, you can.
that's
Okay,
it.
cool.
That's it. That's all those in that chest.
Okay.
Amira, your chest has a silvered short sword.
Ooh.
I'm actually
Wow.
pretty excited about that. Finally have a freaking silver weapon. Cool, I totally take it.
Coll, your next chest that's has a black leather eye patch with a carnelian sewn into it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm just gonna make sure. What material does it seem to be made of?
Leather, like cow leather
Okay.
or
How
wolf
old
leather,
is
some animal leather of some sort.
And
Maybe
how
even
old?
bear.
How old does it look?
You can't really tell. It looks like it's pretty well kept. Like the chest itself has been keeping it from like disintegrating or whatever.
You said a
A carnelian.
Would I just-
Carnelian.
Would I just add a short sword to my thing and then write silver next to
Yes.
it? Okay.
I'll take that because it looks cool. I guess.
Fair.
Where's Astra?
I am literally just in the room.
They went.
the
Yeah, there
previous
you
room.
go. Okay.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, man. Do you want to dig through a treasure chest?
Yeah, there's only one
You
more.
know, I'll let you guys do it.
Can I go look at the other one?
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
The
Alright, so
final
this
one contains an ivory hairbrush with silver bristles.
Wow.
Wait, so has anyone opened this box?
Yeah, I opened that
Oh,
one.
but yeah.
Yeah, every
I'll
other
show-
one.
I'll
All
show
5
the
of them open.
iPad to Billy.
Okay.
Can I look in the well?
In the well is a wooden bucket.
Does there appear like there's water down in the well? Like,
Yes. 30 feet down, there's a water-filled cistern.
Okay. Well, I mean, interesting that they've got a source of water under their house.
Yeah.
I guess if we're satisfied with this room, there's only
We
one
got
way to
enough.
go.
Can I even use a short sword? Yes, I can. Okay.
How does
Wait
this
a minute.
How does this
Can
all
I-
work?
Can I touch the short swords? Or is that like a bad thing for me?
What do you mean?
Oh, because it's silvered.
I'm cursed!
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
No, it doesn't seem to affect you at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just don't cut yourself with it.
I'll cut myself or it's gonna hurt a lot. Sweet. Okay. Hold it.
This hallway?
This hallway. So you follow this tunnel. It's earth-packed walls crawling with insects. They seem to move only in between syllables of that eerie chanting.
Oh, that's creepy as hell. Okay.
Are you sure we just don't want to go back upstairs?
Kind of want to know what's up here a little bit, don't you?
I mean, we're not supposed to be down here.
I think I've got the rest of the script for the rest of this area. Okay, so I can go ahead and minimize my script.
Well, it'd be nice to find an empty crypt for the children.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead of Billy since he likes the back.
What are the differences between down here to my right and straight ahead?
To your right, actually,
There's
go
no
ahead and give me a
left.
perception check for both.
You want me to just do 2 perception checks
Just
or
one. Just one in total. As far as you can tell, neither path seems to really stand out to you. You think that the one to the east, or no, oh, sorry, this is now this way is the south, and this way is north.
I did not see either of those.
Yeah.
This is south?
So, let me go see if I can
Here.
force reveal a certain area. Reveal. Is that visible to you guys? No.
No.
Won't let me reveal it. Okay. Basically, to the left is north, to the right is south, to the up is east, and to the down is west. So,
Got it.
to the south, you get the feeling that there's probably like a lunchroom of some sort, dining hall, and to the south, you don't know. You feel that the stairs are getting closer to the chanting.
Okay, I'll ask the guys. You want to go south? That way
Sorry,
feels like it's
sorry.
the change.
South is to the right. Yeah. So
Not-
down. Yeah, the other down to this.
Down
path here.
is west. Sorry,
west.
down
Yeah,
to the
down to the
that
west.
way.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't go left, so
Yeah.
let's just take the first one, I guess.
Here, if I do this, you can't see without your hooded lantern. Oh, and you can't
Whoa.
see that. Okay. There. That
Oh,
help?
I
Little-
see that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Can I go back now?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'll move everyone there so they can see it. So they all know which direction we're going in here.
All right, we're going west.
Billy. There. So now you guys can all see west. Okay, Coll. As you step right, the square you were just at.
The hell? Oh, I'm stuck outside of the map.
Why did you move yourself?
I didn't.
Stop moving your token.
Here.
Do you remember that one time when someone kept being put back to a certain point in Charlie's game?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were always, I wonder if that's what it was.
Okay, there. You there now? Sorry, didn't mean to get angry, but
Yes, I am now.
Okay.
I am now.
okay. So Coll, as you step there, the planks, the wooden planks below you give way, and you fall 10 feet down.
Oh.
You take 3 bludgeoning damage and 11 piercing damage from spikes in the ground.
This feels very
Damn.
Very ominous.
Vietnam.
I was thinking Tomb of Horrors, but
Well, I'm gonna just kind of inspect the spikes real quick.
Is it just a straight pit down, or is it like a room?
It's a straight pit down.
Oh.
Okay, and then I will uncoil the rope that I have and prepare to help get Coll out.
Okay.
Do the spikes look like they're coated in anything?
No, the spikes look just like
Well, your
sharp
blood.
spikes. Yeah, they're covered in your blood now, but
All right.
they're not poison or anything like that. They're wooden spikes.
Gotcha.
Oh, let's get up.
I guess it's slightly better than bamboo.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
I guess I'll
climb back up.
climb back up the rope that a mirror dropped, or not a mirror, Astra
Drop
drops
down
now.
for you. Okay.
And I guess we have to go that other way. It wants to take the lead.
Okay. All right. So
What?
What's up?
You're
You gotta
the.
go this way. There are spikes down here.
Why don't we just jump over them?
I guess we could.
Don't. That's a bad idea.
It is a bad idea. That's why
That
I
is definitely a
said
bad
that the way I
idea.
did.
Now, if we could get something to cross them with, that would be great, but...
Right.
Well, hey Billy, let's go see if we can. Maybe there's a table in there we can move
Fuck it, let's go.
that way.
I mean, I see like a
All right. Long benches flank a scratched wooden
benches,
table.
yeah.
Bones litter the floor like ripped up chunks of carpet. You accidentally kick one, sending it sailing through the darkness. The chanting grows louder, ringing off every edge until finally infesting your teeth like vagrants. You try to get out of your head, but can't, and find yourself humming to it instead.
Start chanting with it.
You don't know what the chanting says exactly yet, but you start humming to the chanting.
But I can, like, so you know how when you hear a song in another language and it sounds like certain words even if it's not those words?
Sure.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
They're chanting random words.
Jesus.
Amira, are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine. Why do you ask?
Well, you know, you're just kind of chanting random words all of a sudden, so I'm.
It feels catchy for some reason, and I don't know why, and I can't tell what they're saying, so I'm just singing what it sounds like. Maybe
Fair
I'll come up
enough.
with a new song. Who knows? Not that I
Maybe.
make my own songs or anything. This will make a great story, though.
Yeah. So. Is there another hallway down in that room?
Yeah, there's a path that leads
Sneak
to the
around,
west.
Billy. Oh, look, there's a way to go left.
Whoops.
Yeah, doesn't that take us right back up to where we started?
Yes,
All right.
there's
Let's
two hallways right there, and then we have to go left again.
let's just take this the
Yeah.
other way. Unless we
We
want
were-
to take one of these benches back to go over the spikes.
But we're going left. That's what we agreed upon. So why don't we check out that left room?
We're gonna end up in a loop if we do that at this point. I'm realizing.
Well, no, because this is the
Oh,
final
gosh.
left in this loop. So
Fine, let's see what's up here.
Alright, let's fucking go.
All right, so back up to here. I gotta open back up my script again. The crypts have been hewn from the earth, some sealed by slabs, some left ajar. The dirt and grime is too thick to read the names engraved upon the slabs until finally curiosity gets the best of you.
curiosity has gotten the best of me.
All right, so those two there. Let me find out those are. Whoops, wrong one. Those two read Rose and Thorn.
Hey guys,
Oh boy.
I
So they
found
already had crypts?
Are those crypts ajar or are they covered in
These
slime?
are currently closed.
I have a crowbar. Do we want to open them?
Yes.
Okay. I pull out my crowbar so we can open 2 crypts.
If the kids' remains are upstairs, then who the fuck is in this coffin?
Rose is the one up to here, and then Thorn is down here.
Let's do Roses first.
I give you like a somewhat annoyed look, and it's like, fine, we'll do Roses first.
So you open up Rose's
Yes.
crypt. You groaning, you haul. Or you pull this. How hard are the slabs to open? Did it say?
Yeah. If this takes muscle, then...
Give me, you're gonna need a strength check or athletics check.
Okay.
Using
we're gonna go.
You have a crowbar, right?
Yeah.
You have an advantage on the check.
Sweet.
Can I aid in this check?
You can give her your assistance. What's your strength modifier?
0.
So you can give her a +0 to her roll.
Fortunately, I'm a bard, so I get half of my proficiency bonus, which is a whopping. I have a +2.
With a 15, yes, you managed to open the slab. A little bit of struggle, but you do manage to open it up.
Okay, cool.
Inside is an empty. A coffin that with a stone lid on top of it.
Right. Well. At least we'll have a place to bury her here in a little. Do we want to try the other one?
Yeah.
All right. Give me another athletics check. Whoever tries to open that. With the crowbar, you have advantage.
Can I just shoot it with Magnum?
It's a
No.
it's a stone slab.
Oh, it's a stone slab.
Amira?
I thought it was wood.
Okay. Ah, shit. Where'd it go? And then I have that again. So athletics.
Yeah, you a little bit easier this time, but yeah, you managed to open up the slab. And again, it's a stone coffin inside the room.
Return the slab.
Is it empty?
It's currently over the top. The stone slab is off to this. Is actually not. The stone slab is on top of the coffin, like the stone lid of whatever the stone lid.
Can I push the lid aside to see if the...
That
it's
one. Let's see. Do we also need to check for that? Doesn't say it's okay. So yeah, you slide that open and yeah, it's empty inside.
Okay.
Oh, they already had their kids' burial plots. Great.
Well, I mean, it looks like perhaps a large portion of the family's already down here, so...
Yeah.
Well, we can put him to rest. It'll take literally a minute to run upstairs, grab the remains, and run back down.
Yeah.
No, they wanted to be left in the room.
No, they said they didn't want to leave the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when we asked them if they wanted us to, I asked them if we could take them with us, and they told us no.
They did try to say they...
No, 'cause
I believe they said
when
they
we
wanted to
said-
stay in the room.
Yeah, they wanted to.
I thought when we were talking about putting them to rest, we said bury outside, and they said we don't want to leave the house.
I thought they said room.
They don't want to leave the house, but I tried to get them to just come down here with
They
us.
didn't want
they,
you to leave the room. They wanted you to stay and play.
Yeah, but I also tried to see if we could just, take us with us throughout the house, and they told me no.
Yeah, they didn't want to leave either.
Which was weird. Do we want to just go ahead and do that?
Shit.
Or do we want to figure out what's going on?
If they'll let us... I mean, if they'll let us, it'll only take a minute. And I think we should do it.
Do we want to check what's causing the chanting first?
No.
Fair enough.
Understandable. Have a good day.
Yeah. I guess let's go back upstairs then.
Yeah, I mean the chanting will probably still be here.
That's true.
Really.
This way we're just all together. If you want to just grab us all, throw us in that room, Vulcan.
Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Okay. What was the question?
I was to say we were just all together there, so you can throw us back in that room because we're going back up the stairs.
I'm just gonna say for convenience sake, you guys walk back up to the steps. Grab
One is
Grab-
all in the same
grab
spot.
the remains. Do you guys want to like wrap them in a blanket of some sort?
Yeah. How about the cloth that had fallen off?
There you
the
go.
man?
Yeah, you grab that cloth that fell off the mannequin. Wrap the bones in it. You probably keep the bones separated.
Well, why don't we grab 2 cloths?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you come back down here, and yeah, you're back to this point here where you're at. What do you guys want to do?
Put them in their respective crypts and
All right.
perform
So
the last rite.
look,
Yeah.
who wants to say they have roses and who wants to say they have thorns?
I guess I've got Thorn and Amira has Rose.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Put them in. Close the lids. And Amira, you feel back to normal again.
It,
And everyone gains inspiration, like regular
Nice.
inspiration.
do those stack?
Not
Bardic.
in this one. Not
Okay.
Yeah, my other game they did, but not this one.
Oh, do I have? Okay, I already had it. Because I don't think I've ever used it.
I didn't know you did you get it with Amira? I thought you had it with Brandon.
I've got it with Amira.
Okay.
Shows you how well I remember that last.
I don't even remember it either. I just looked at my sheet and I was like, damn, I already have it. Cool. Okay. So, where do we want to go next? Aren't you glad we turned left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should investigate the chanting now.
Yeah. Do we want to use the
Really?
bench to go over the trap that I sprung earlier?
Why don't we take a moment here and call it a night?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting.
You guys have put Rose and Thorn to rest. Amira is no longer possessed by Rose.
I wanted to tell
We're
them.
gonna put them to rest.
Oh.
Yeah, I was possessed. That's why I was being bossy.
Yeah.
We're gonna put them to rest.
And we'll continue from here next time. I've got a few timestamps. I don't know if they're as helpful as they want, but hopefully it'll work out for us. And then yeah, we'll come back in 2 weeks. Sorry for the long hiatus for this time, but yeah, we'll come back in 2 weeks as far as the plan goes, and continue with the Durst House.
Yeah.
The dungeon that we are in, and continue on with this. So hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight, and we
A
will
lot of fun.
catch up later. I'll stop the recording
Later.
here in about
Yeah.
5, 4, 3. See you guys later.